Yeah, he
Hi
says that,
everybody,
but, like,
we're live. This is Cameron, and if you're not seeing Monster Hunter on the screen, that's because my game crashed. Literally, oh no, you are seeing. It's just a static screen. Sweet. Hopefully you can hear me. I think I did all the things. I got my stream key right. I did my
make sure
audio
your
settings.
bar is moving.
Yep,
Up,
the bar.
you know, on the.
It's moving when you talk, and it's moving when I talk.
Wow.
It's Friday. It is Happy Title Update 1. Yay! Look at Title Update 1. It's beautiful. It's rendered so nicely as it doesn't move or play. This is a great game, everybody.
Hey, this is what happens when you don't compile shaders, man.
Yeah, I kind of wish it asked me to. All right, so we're going to cancel Monster Hunter Wilds.
More time, but with feeling.
I heard that Monster Hunter Wilds touched its coworkers inappropriately.
Oh, hey, I
That's
just
why we're
found.
canceling it.
So, you know how there's supposed to be that girl that like dances or whatever they showed in the cutscene,
No, what are you
or
talking
showed
about?
in the when they were showing all the stuff. Yeah, the diva. Thank you. I
No,
didn't remember what they
say
named that.
again?
Well, it's there. The show is happening like in my camp right now.
Ah, neat. No, I know what you're talking about. That little kid that like dances.
Yeah.
The blonde.
Yep.
All right, I did double check.
I assumed this would be like a cutscene or something, but it isn't.
There might be a cutscene at a future point. Or maybe she dances while you cook a meal. We'll see. Max?
No, I've cooked a meal already.
Max is a greedy little eager beaver, so he's already done all the Title 1 content update.
If it hadn't had Valhazak's bonus on it,
I
assure you.
The new armor has Valhazak's bonus?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's why.
Max gets a pass this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the end of the work week. I'm feeling great. Life is awesome. I'm so excited because as someone who does own multiple homes, the peasants are getting put in their place. And, you know, thank you, President Trump, for doing that. Video games are going to be a luxury item again, so I won't have to share it with the norms, the plebs. You know, food's going to get more expensive. It's great. Did my game freeze again? Nope. Oh, something is fucky about it though.
Maybe the nobility here should get a. I was gonna say maybe the nobility should get a better computer.
Maybe the plebs shouldn't hog up all my internet. See, it's a finite resource. And oh god, Alma, what are you talking about?
You gotta close your door. You're letting all the Wi-Fi out.
Yeah. You're right.
All right. Oh, the apple of her eye. Find a one who's seen Alma's glasses. She's wearing them.
Oh no, she'll tell you that she is not wearing the ones that she's talking about.
I just feel like they could have done a version of her model without glasses, and that would
No, she's wearing her backups.
No, I know, but like...
She actually just talk to her.
No, I recognize that is what she's saying. I'm saying that it could have been a moment of nice visual storytelling. And then the better moment would have been like she can't give you quests because she can't read her fucking book.
Don't worry.
You have to stop what you're doing to do.
What did that just say?
Alright, I'm going to invite you into the link party again.
I need to see my chat log here.
Leave your existing link party.
Alright, this cutscene is kind of awesome.
Stats boosted thanks to the
Diva's voice of prayer and gratitude.
Okay, but I literally do not have a buff for the diva.
So what are we doing first, I guess? Let's look at our mission info. We've got all sorts of new things to choose from. Did you do 6-2 first or extra mission 1 first? Oh, let's do extra mission 1. That's the Mizutsune one. Is that the one you're on, Anna?
Yeah, I'm getting through that cutscene.
Alright.
Yeah, don't forget, you have to get through the beginning of the cutscene before you can do anything.
Get a membership. Press Y. go to the Scarlet Forest.
You wouldn't attempt to do that
just need to go to
without going
base
through the
camp?
cutscene, would you? What are you talking about?
Do I-
Oh, yeah. Never mind. You're right.
Max, how's life? How are you feeling after surviving the storm of the past year?
Oh, don't worry, it's not over. It's 4 days, Grant. I'm 2 days in.
I think
It's still raining outside. My dogs still come in, completely sopping wet and ready to get on the bed.
nice.
Because that's just what they do. They're like, "You're welcome." They're like, "Look at this. I've dyed the bed for you the day after you cleaned it, literally."
Cosmetic pack unpaid DLC is not. Oh, I don't want to do that. All right.
No, it's like
I'm just trying to
20-something
get rid of
bucks for
exclamation marks.
No, you can't do that.
Ah, B, you left the league party.
Yeah, I disconnected. I'll get back in a second.
Oh, what happened?
Have you been angling, Fisher fellow?
Communication error, my beloved.
Oh God, I hate Kanya's smile.
Listen, could you and Alma help me?
She was like smirking at me, and it was. Oh, why does it look like that? It's
I don't know what you're talking about.
her. Like, watch her on stream real quick. It just looks bad.
Oh, the Fisher girl?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I don't acknowledge that she's human. I mean, she gave me this quest that's impossible to complete. Catch the gravid bowfin. And also, she's like, first thing she says when she gives me another quest, let's save the goddamn Woodwoods. Like,
I like
oh,
the Woodwoods.
You must be a sleeper agent, that's all I've...
I unironically dig.
Are you sure she's not just Woodwoods in a trench coat?
That'd be really funny. It's like a severed human head. They're actually like brutal savages.
Yeah, well, I mean, after they did what they did to the stormtroopers.
Listen, if you're a colonizer like we are in this game, you deserve what's coming. The Woodwoods did nothing wrong.
You're not wrong, but also we showed up to the wrong neighborhood.
Shanice, stream is freezing up. So, Shanice, you should tell me, or chat, if you're watching, tell me, is the video cam freezing up? Because if it's not, that's the game. Because the game is stuttering on and off. And that,
It's a chugging. Oh, hey, something really cool with this patch? A little thing. But, remember how I was saying earplugs only went up to level 1? Now that we have Zoshia parts, they go up to level 2.
What do you mean when you say that? Like the...
For the talisman. Yeah, for the talisman. I forgot to start with that.
Alright, I'm heading out.
Yeah, I was like...
the fishing spot.
I decided to go check it because I was like, I wonder if they, changed that with, everything that had changed, and they did, so I was pretty happy with that.
Here's a question. What is your favorite map? Like, what is your favorite map combination of map, time of day, and season? Because I do think Scarlet Forest Plenty at night might be the most beautiful for me.
So, until recently, I would have not had an answer for that.
Oh, something new? Spoilers?
Yeah, so...
Alright.
I mean, it's not spoilers. I mean, so, Ruins of Wyveria, nighttime, inclement
there's
weather...
Ruins of Wyveria? Spoilers.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck.
Because that's the only way that you can get Zoshia, as a investigation. In inclement weather, in the Ruins of Wyveria. You have to be sleeping there to find him.
What is Wyveria's inclement weather? Is it just called like spoiled
I don't remember.
milk?
That's what it should be.
I think.
That's what it should be. No, Cameron's
This
right.
milk is
Cameron's
sour.
right. Yeah, I think I don't think it could be anything else. Yeah.
I shouldn't be surprised. It's a Monster Hunter stream with Cameron. We're getting brand new sentences, of
Little
course.
cottage. Little cottage.
Oh my god.
It's just a little gloopy. It's good. You can spread it on
Cottage
toast.
milk. Oh my god, that's horrible.
This is my treat for making it to the end of the week.
Is it?
God.
Is cheese made from Wilk wheeze?
Sure enough.
Sure.
Bavarian cheese.
I actually I think it's rock candy. If I
Can
remember
we
right.
still donate to get Cameron to stop talking about
I
Wilk?
think I haven't turned off the tilt. Like the campaign information is gone now, but I haven't turned off the donation. So you could.
The monster
I won't
That's
get an
just, like,
alert. But if
That's
you,
just rewarding him. I don't. That's teaching him the wrong behavior. That's like giving your dog a treat for doing the wrong
there
thing.
was something earlier today. I was driving and I thought of something and I was like, "This is one of the sentences I should remember for Anna," but now I can't remember it anymore.
This is one of the sentences. Oh my god.
I got my tires replaced today, so I went in I have a nail in my driver's side rear tire.
I hate when that happens.
Didn't have a leak, but had a nail. Was like, all right, let's go patch it or replace it. They weren't able to patch it. They replaced it. I don't like to replace one tire at a time. I like to do them in sets. So I'm like, okay, we'll replace two, and we'll take the older ones and put them on the back wheels. The one of the other two tires they discovered had another nail in it. So I was like, okay, I can replace those two and then take the other two and put them on the back wheels. But those two tires, the tread was low enough that it wasn't safe to rotate them. So I ended up replacing all four. But that meant I was driving through the like drizzle with brand new tires, and goddamn, that feels like unprotected sex. It is so good. Like you're grippy, and you're like slipping and sliding just a little bit because of the water, but you also have like really, really good traction because the new tires. And fuck, I may have gone a little crazy on the road, but it was worth it.
But didn't it grip so much better with those nails in it?
Yeah, it's like if you get enough, it's like you put chains on your tires.
It's like spiked tires. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. All right, I do have a quest.
And those are illegal, which is why it's so much better.
For you all to join.
Yeah, can you reinvite me to the link party, please?
Can I while I'm in the middle of the hunt?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Alright. Menus. Mission info. Monster field guide. Wishlist. Nope. Link party. Invite to link party. Oh, I should probably have hopped on my mount. That would have been smarter.
Nah.
Alright, done.
Accepted.
Alright, Mizutsune. You're a pretty boy. Woo!
Yeah. Time to get soaked up.
Oh, that was a good dodge. I like rolled through the water beam and my adrenaline rush activated. Fuck. Hey Nate, the title update, we just started. It's fun so far. You excited for some Avernus tonight, buddy? I guess, Max, since you're not doing Heroes of Heatstroke, if anyone can't make it, you're up.
I was about to say, do you need somebody? Like, because I'd like to get 4 people if we're doing Heroes. Oh, I did reschedule the event, so I was gonna say it didn't bump into the because I didn't make a new one. Obviously, it doesn't go to the top.
Yeah,
or
you might
show
just
up.
need to rename it to put. Like,
But that's okay. I do want to rename it with the the dates
but
in
I
it and stuff
think
like that.
I can
but,
make next Friday. I'll need to check my calendar, but I'm pretty.
I already know that I can't.
Oh.
Do we need to not do Fridays in order for you to be able to play?
No, it's just because it's the end of my work season, so there's a lot of people doing their like last thing of the year, and that happens to land on weekends a lot right now. But after I have something next Friday, not the following Friday, and then the 25th, and then I'm like free and clear.
If your goal, so we can talk a little bit of like math and how Combinatronics works. If your goal is at least 4 people to play max, you might want to open it up to 6 players so that you can afford to lose 2 and still play. Your likelihood of playing successfully will go up dramatically.
I'm fine with that. Well, and it's not like, I mean, I don't mind having a shit ton of players. It just sucks for other players when it takes longer to get around to them doing stuff. So, I don't know if I ever told you this, Cameron, but I did run a session once with 10 players in it in one session, all level 1s. It was...
I think certain games
took,
work for that. Like, I could see myself doing Shadow Dark with, like, 7 players.
It took forever to get around to a
Oh, why would
turn.
you want to do that to yourself when you have to be in initiative all the time anyway? Sounds...
For Shadow Dark, the difference is initiative goes by so much faster in Shadow Dark. Like,
Yeah, it does. But still.
turns, you whip through it. Whereas, like, I'm with Max on D&D, like, that 10 player sounds insane.
That
It
sounds
was.
horrible.
It was bad. It was hilarious, though, watching, like, things that I thought would be challenging just being drowned in action economy. Like, I made this, like, pretty big, like, robot thing. Players dedicated themselves to grappling pieces of it, while the rest of the party just beat its ass. It had a player on each arm, a player on each leg,
okay.
and it's still 6 people wailing on it.
So this is
I'm like-
regular ass Mizutsune, but it does do the fire attack.
Yeah, if the bubbles
Just
sometimes
regular
have,
Mizutsune
like...
has Soul Seer now.
I mean, I was thinking more like propane bubble, but yeah.
No, I'm saying, so Soul Seer was the deviant Mizutsune, which had that specific ability. The regular Mizutsune did not used to have that, Max. And
okay.
a specific monster had that ability. And then Violet Mizutsune, I think, was just like poisoning.
So you're saying it's learning.
Yeah.
Maybe it could have done it the entire time and it just learned.
Yeah.
It's not even an evolution, it's just a tool user.
Yeah.
We should take it out before it gets any
Oh
more
shit, I
intelligent.
found my lighter.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, it just has a lighter in one of its claws.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah. No. It can open doors.
I mean, right now, Nate, this is just regular ass Mizutsune, so it feels fine. I like seeing the monster again, but I'm not super engaged. But I'm expecting, what I've heard is arc-tempered Mizutsune and arc-tempered Zoshi.
Oh, yeah!
Fucking insane. Like,
Yeah,
it's back to old Monster Hunter difficulty.
Get the fighting. Oh,
I'm
lost
sorry.
connection to server.
Ah,
You're currently in offline mode.
I am?
Left the link party. No, me.
Yay! It wasn't me.
Yeah.
I,
Funny thing is, though, I still have, like, the quest, even though I've done the quest before. That's neat.
Well, you'd still have it.
Wait, without saving. Yeah, I don't... Let's try again. That's funny, though. I haven't disconnected all day today.
As soon as it's me. Maybe
Yeah.
I should not host the link party. Maybe I'm the one.
I mean,
Fire.
I
can't
certainly don't
dispute
mind
that.
doing it.
Oh, I love his Reshingan. Nate. I think my absolute limit as a DM is 6 attentive turn-ready players, so 4 to 5 players, I guess.
Yep. That sounds about right.
I'm excited. Speaking of, I don't know if Cheryl's on, but it was speaking of TTRPGs. While it isn't the weekend, so I haven't actually played anything yet. I am joining a new play-by-post campaign.
Unfortunately.
Our friend Cal is running some Dungeon World, which is a narrative game based on Powered by the Apocalypse rules, which I actually have played before because I ran some Avatar Legends. Right now, I'm planning on playing a Lobster Man who is lost all the time.
Oh,
That
no.
is my class identity, is I am lost all the time.
No, you need to be a, what are those things from Magic? A Homerid. I mean, obviously they're not from Magic, but I was just meaning, like, they... That's what I know them from. The
These are
species
called,
were...
so the world she is running the game in is
Oh, is this actually a thing from that world?
but
Yep.
not, well,
Okay.
I guess I haven't looked too much into her sources, but from what I understand, Cal has made a homebrew world, which is a hybrid of The Legend of Zelda and then the Omojima book. I don't know
Really
if I'm saying
quick,
that right.
I'm just gonna drop the magic card into general chat. You should use the art from that card. I know you can't go look at it right now, but between
Yeah,
all
I
three
can.
of
This is
us,
just fucking
some of
regular
us should
Mizutsune.
remember.
Let's go look. Internal general?
Yeah, internal. Or no, just general. Because I thought chat might want to see it too. If you like it.
But that's a crab, dude. That's not a lobster, dude.
I mean, can you really tell? He could have a tail if you crop it, right?
But yeah, I mean, that's the general idea. It's definitely that sort of... Oh.
Yeah, these are definitely, like, hermit crab people. But, like I was saying, if you're cropping it for, like, a circle, like a token, it actually wouldn't look too bad. But, you know, up to you. I also don't know, like, what their art looks like. It may be, like, drastically different from, like, you know, even from this guy with cropped
and it's
art
a play-by-post, so we don't really do, like, tokens.
Oh, yeah, duh. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you said... Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
This is definitely designed to be a theater of the mind system.
Oh, yeah.
Where there's no battle maps. There's no,
Theater of the crab system.
Yeah, no, getting to test it out during, like, the trial run.
Oh,
over
I
the
just
last
realized,
few
you
months
said
has,
lobster,
like,
didn't you,
yeah,
not crab?
not having to deal with fucking initiative in play-by-post is so much nicer.
I was gonna ask, did that work? Because you expressed that you were a little frustrated with the pacing. Do you think the lack of an initiative, a lack of a clear "it is your turn" helps on her?
I think that helped because it meant that we weren't waiting on some of the problem people constantly, and I could just be like, okay, well, I'm gonna do another post now, and they can
Did I
fill in
replace
when
one
we
of the
can.
problem people?
No, not yet.
No, you became one of the problem people.
You,
I will
you're
be one
Wow.
of the problem people.
you're the band-aid for when one of the problem people eventually disappears.
Oh, am I fainted?
Not to me.
No,
Oh, shit.
you're very low. Your
Yeah.
food probably saved you.
You're on your last sliver of health.
Because one of the food just, like, basically...
Gives
it
you
gets
moxie.
you... Yeah, you get
Moxie.
KO'd, but then you just... You sit at one, effectively. Oh, come here, Mizutsune.
What?
Ow. Okay. Okay,
Alright, hold
get
on.
the
You
hammer.
stay down here. No, you're not understanding. You stay there. I'm gonna be up here.
Oh god, this is the knife fight in the phone booth I don't like.
But yeah, so okay, so the world is called. God damn it! No, come down here. Just
Yeah, I know.
hold still.
Fighting in, like, this area is annoying as shit.
I'm gonna mount.
El
I'm gonna
Kabong.
mount my little furry femboy.
Oh no. Got
Do
him.
we know what Mitsu's weapon and armor skills are? Same as always.
Yeah.
Or anything new? Next,
Can I-
tell us.
Yeah,
I like
so,
that Doshigoma showed up at the very last second. Fuck you.
the weapons all get more affinity if you're affected by, water blight, and even more affinity if you're affected by bubble blight.
Yeah, so it is
And then-
Mitsutsune's traditional skill set.
The armor, if I remember correctly, gives you bubble blight? Or something like that?
I'm
Or-
just a soapy little
But I
fur
thought-
boy.
Now that I think about it, I could have sworn that Paz was saying that the armor caused you to not gain bubble blight. Actually, yeah, when I looked at my monster manual, or the monster guide, it said that you couldn't get bubble blight while you had it.
It
Here, hold
might
on.
because there's multiple levels of bubble blight. Is it that you can't
Yeah,
get
'cause-
heavy?
I remember them saying, when you read Mizutsune, it talks about how bubble blight does like 3 things, and one of them is like, 2 of them are beneficial. Here, I'll just
Yeah.
go look at the armor real quick. Now we're back in camp. But I really like the weapon because it goes all the way up to, like... Here, hold on. Let me just... before I say anything else, let me make sure I'm not mixing up the armor as well.
Do we want to immediately hop to
yeah,
Zoshia,
okay.
or do you want to hunt this a couple more times, Anna?
Bubble
What are you
Dance
feeling?
1 prevents major bubble blight and increases evasion while afflicted with minor bubble blight. And then Diversion increases the attention drawn to you when attacking a monster. So it makes you better at tanking, I guess, or at holding aggro. And then if I go and look at its weapon, the weapon is that was it. So Mitsune's first greatsword only has 2 of the levels of slicked blade.
Yeah.
And
You don't
the
actually
third
want to
one.
get the third.
No, you actually. So the third is affinity plus 9% when wet and plus 21% while afflicted with bubble blight. So you want the armor, so like you were saying, because I didn't realize there was heavy and light bubble blight.
Okay.
So I'm guessing based on what the monster guide says about them. Here, I'll read the monster guide too for other
Hold
people.
on a second. There's a cutscene, and I just want to point out they're doing that thing again that I hate, which is like, now we can find a way for Mizutsune and the One-Woods to coexist.
Yeah,
Lady,
I
we
know.
just fucking killed one. Like,
Yeah, we taught it a lesson. It better coexist now.
yeah,
Kicks it lightly with foot, like,
yeah.
look at
We
it
all
coexisting.
cooperate now.
Yeah.
I'm happy to help.
Woods are like eating it.
Okay, Anna, what do you want to do next? You want to throw up the next quest,
I'm happy to help anytime.
or just throw up?
Yeah, pretty much. I have to talk to a couple of people.
Are
First,
you
So-
talking to
talk my-
Werder and Suja?
That's, I think, what I'm gonna go do next.
I will do the same thing.
gonna
Twinsies!
I'm not gonna forget to restock
So,
my inventory,
I'm
though.
just gonna read this one sentence from
Hold on. Double
Mitsune's.
JoJo. Mitsuzune looking submissive and breedable, Cameron? I think so. I think Mitsuzune is absolutely, like, right? Because Mitsuzune is canonically, the one we hunt is canonically male. Mitsuzune is the most submissive and breedable of the monsters. It's always
Okay,
been
for
kind
cutting
of
me
a
off for
bully
that,
situation.
we're not reading that anymore.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Well,
Wait, you don't get helpful information when you answer that question first. Hold on, let me say this thing about breedability while I'm trying to read something about how the monster fight works.
Mitsuzune is, especially in Wilds, is a spicy, furry little femboy. I think
Oh my
that is
God.
true. And I'm proud of him for
Yeah. He's soaked up, that's for sure.
that. He's so wet.
Damn it.
God damn it.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Where the fuck is Werner? Oh, he's in Suja, not the Wyberian Ruins. I should read.
Help.
Ah, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, now that you've had a moment to recover, Mac. Ah, frozen? Nope, not frozen.
Had a moment to recover.
Yeah. What
Look
what's
for-
the
We need to
Mitsuzune
talk
fact?
about the Dragon Torch.
So, Mitsuzune fact. Different kinds of foam produce unique effects, such as inflicting bubble blight, healing hunters, or boosting your attacks. So, I just like that only one of those is bad. Otherwise, that guy is just, like, spraying us with, like, buffs.
Regarding the Dragon Torch. We had that
Which seems counterproductive to the Mitsune's, getting predators to leave it alone.
Yes. Faint whispers began to reach my
Yeah,
ears.
it
At first,
It seems to have failed the game of evolution
the sensation
when
it's
3 of
one
the effects that it could produce.
it's the most nonsensical of the big 4 from Generations, but it's also
I love
just
the
a
idea
very
that it
pretty
makes, like,
design.
cocoons on
Methane bubbles, though. That's pretty neat.
We removed many of the small ones, but it seems to have had
It says
no
it's
effect on
methane?
the majority.
I just assume, because, like, it's a living being.
Stop the
I mean,
Dragon Torch.
it could be
No.
filling it with, like, propane or something like that,
I
but, like,
think it's probably like helium.
It's an unstudied
You think so?
Or
No,
if it's
you
got
mean
an organ-
hydrogen, right?
If it's got an organ in its body to
I'm sorry.
split.
Helium wouldn't explode.
Yeah. So it would be hydrogen because it can flame it. So maybe it separates. It takes in water and it separates it. It breathes out oxygen, like it can exude pure O2 and then fill up bubbles with hydrogen to make them float. And
I was
that
just
wouldn't
assuming
the reason I think that, Max, is because that wouldn't be smelly. And since Mizutsune is like the pretty monster, I don't think they'd want it to be like the stank monster.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, natural gas wouldn't smell either, right?
Be careful, Avis.
They have to add a smell to it.
Floats. Like I think it's pretty close to the buoyancy.
Oh, that's a good point. It does actually have to be at least neutrally buoyant.
Prepared.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right that doesn't.
I'll come find you once I'm ready to go.
Because the
Actually,
bubbles float.
how
up.
do they? Yeah, I was gonna say, how do they actually detect when there's a leak at a natural gas well if it wouldn't have just like instantly come out?
You're talking about like a well or in a house?
A well. I mean, in a house you'll smell it.
In a well, you drill and then you pressurize the rock to extract the natural gas. What you pressurize the rock with, generally you'd use like scented or colored as a safety measure.
Because I know that's a big deal with natural gas wells that they like find that they keep running into like places where they're leaking.
Max, can you do me a favor? Can you read Nate's latest comment?
Apologies, but
No, I can't. He would have to like.
I'm sorry, I've gouged out my eyes.
Yeah.
I'll read it. You might say he's submissive, Sune. Ooh. Hold on, I gotta read it.
God.
Ooh.
I can't even fault you for that one. God damn it, Nate. You're not supposed to be contributing to the brand new sentences.
I know.
God, that's horrible.
You should check out Mitsu Rule 34 art if you're into monster fucking. Or a friend told me that.
God damn.
Thank you, Ratha. I'm actually not no shame on yucking anyone's yum. I am not into non-humanoid stuff. Oh, I can't depart. Why?
Do you have to get through the cutscene first?
Oh,
Probably.
I gotta talk to Alma. Sorry, I got distracted by big old Peter Dinklage Wyverian over here.
You mean his immenseness the second?
Yeah, I call him Peter Dinklage because Peter Dinklage played the giant dwarf in
Did he?
in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh no, that's not what I was thinking. Yes, I know what you're talking about now. I thought his immenseness was going to be voice acted by Dinklage. I was going to be like, why? I can't believe they spend the money on that.
That would be awesome, though.
And I was also thinking to myself, like, was that during Game of Thrones? Like, that'd be hard to like get him at that point.
Yeah. It was during season 9. He had plenty of time.
He's like, I gotta get this taken care of before somebody finds out.
Yeah. Oh no, Khaleesi, you're going crazy. All right, that's lunch, people.
By the way, during this fight, if you should grab all of the pods off the ground so that it restarts the timer for all of them.
Okay.
While you're so because you can still use them, you know, you can just grab them off the ground again.
Oh,
it just starts the respawn timer for them all.
Kind of interesting. I don't know. Is this the exact same cutscene we saw before? No, this feels different, right?
I don't think so.
It's a little different, yeah. God, can you imagine if it was the same cutscene as before?
No, because
It's
before
so fucking
we
long.
didn't know that there was this dragon underneath the feathers. That was revealed over the course of the fight, I think. And now we get to see, oh yeah, he's been there the whole time. He sucks up, he laps up all the wilk.
Yeah.
Oh, he laps it all. Okay, quest begins. So now I can quit.
Be careful.
Or invitation list.
He
Accepting
puts the wilk on the skin.
Yeah. Alright, join Anna's quest, because that's what I'm hopping into.
Yeah, Max is already here. Max has been here.
Yeah, that's why I'm That's why I'm explaining to grab your pods at the beginning
Oh,
so
you're
the
telling
respawn
her.
timer. Yeah, I was like, that was one of the things I figured out during all my times playing this. Is I was like, oh yeah, I can just pick up all the pods, restart their timer on the map, and I still get to have all 4 of them
Careful.
going forward. Because you'll run out of
Definitely different from before.
if you're
You should be careful.
causing all of the like crystals to explode, you'll run out of slinger pods or slinger ammo.
Devil Jojo, this probably is our horniest stream. I don't.
Is it?
Like, I don't think we're not horny streamers, are we?
No,
Like,
we're
in
just.
general.
It's just
You're
really
not,
fucked
you
in
might
this
be.
game because of Rompum Polo and
Yeah, this is the horniest
And-
game we've played, I think.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
this thing just feels like 4chan decided to pick the monsters. That's what it feels like to me. Was there a poll or something and 4chan just like fucked with it? That's what it. That's how I feel when I look at the monster list for this one. This list of
So
monsters
said
brought
I
to
can
you
pick up
by
on Fortnite
V.
Gold. Oh no, because they get left on the ground, so
They get left on the ground, so it restarts the timer. And if you're really zoomed in on your minimap, you can see that there's a timer. Like the icon goes gray for them on the map, and you can actually see it ticking down.
169%
It ungrays the
you're
icon.
horniest stream. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, is it paralyzed?
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
I did not really see, like, I saw that it was frozen, but I didn't see the lightning bolt that normally...
Yeah, so
Greatsword.
this guy can't be exhausted, and stunning it only has 1 star, and then every other status effect is 2 stars for how effective it is against them.
Got it. Hey, give me that head.
I was like, why was I able to paralyze it multiple times before I stunned it with my hammer? So I looked at its guide and was like, oh, well that explains that. And then I was like, oh yeah, I didn't notice, but I never exhausted him, even though my hammer has 3 levels of exhaustion.
I do like how he morphs in and out of his feathers. That's pretty cool.
Yes, actually, watching the head of it is really weird looking, because it like covers in tar, or what
Yeah.
looks like tar.
It is spoiled milk.
Oh my god.
It's gone sour.
It's been deliberately fermented.
Yeah. No. Run! Oh,
Yeah.
nice chain reaction. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, but that worked out really well. Because there was
That's-
one
I like
already
the-
there when
yeah,
they
like
spawned.
the fucking domino effect. It's really nice. Oh shit! It slapped me around a little bit.
Yeah, and he'll come back too when he does that move. Oh, I kept the Vitality Mantle, even though I have this armor, so now it's just like, when I put the Vitality Mantle on, it's almost
Oh, no.
impossible for me to get KO'd. It's like I need to be one shot for that to happen. It's so much fun.
Oh, don't pay attention to me. I'm just a traveler, just a businessman.
Yeah.
So today was, like, I worked, but I also, I did my tires, I went and pistoned a cup for my new job.
Nice.
It was a little awkward. They were like, why are you doing this? Why
Yeah!
are you here?
Look, I get it.
This should be done in a lab.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm
Wait.
just the secretary.
Yeah, wait, isn't that my mug?
Yeah, that's my copy. What the fuck? But
You're
it was really-
welcome.
It was frustrating because I've been trying to do this for the past 2 days, and normally when I've done,
And
like,
they kick
drug
you out
tests-
every time, right?
because yeah. Well, normally like I
We're never gonna get it done if you keep doing this.
Oh shit! All right, I should have.
Wow.
I learned something. I see you, Zoshia. I see you got hands. But in the past, right, because I've got certain things that I need to obey, like federal drug laws for.
Yeah, and some restraining orders after peeing in people's cups.
Yeah, I do. Like my old work uses LabCorp, and LabCorp is great. You schedule online, you go in, or you can walk in. It's easy. This one used Quest Diagnostics, and it was just such a fucking pain to do. Like, I struggled to get an appointment. Their website wasn't working. I called 3 different locations. No one was picking up. I drove to a location. They weren't doing drug tests. They were doing other shit. I finally got it done, but it was just frustrating.
You just reminded me of this really funny moment at LCS where somebody asked if we would ever start doing drug tests, and Tony was like, he like looked at them and was just like, no. Because the best part was because it's essentially like they would have lost half their employees if they did that.
Yeah. Where?
So it's like I don't think Tony was doing anything.
Can I not?
It was
on
just
this mission.
What do you mean?
Like I can't make a meal here.
I mean, pull out your barbecue thing.
Yeah.
You can make a meal from your little barbecue. That's why Tom always does his hot like swaps during combat.
That's for meal effects. That's not just for making.
You can, yes.
Oh,
it does both.
Oh, look
yeah,
at
so
that.
You could even eat during combat if you felt like it.
Well, no more, you know. Fuck it,
yeah.
We're just gonna cook some veggies.
That's how Tom does his combat eating.
I did not know that. They do make it look good, though, even if like it's not the full animation. It just...
Yeah, even if I can't force the cats to come with me into combat to make me something.
Yeah.
Which I should be able to force them to follow me into combat. Yeah. What kind of squires are these? Won't even follow their lord into combat to bring him wine. I want cats bringing me, like, a water skin of wine on the battlefield.
Oh, Black Knight's here.
I like that.
Hi, Black Knight.
Yeah, this is my favorite fight in the game. And on the Citadel.
Oh, shit.
This is my favorite fight on the Citadel.
You know, that does actually sound like something that he would have. No, get up on the hill. Just look where I am at. You need get as far away from it as you can. And guard. Oh, Black Knight didn't.
Black Knight showed up at the exact wrong time.
Black Knight got deleted. In chat, well then.
Black Knight, if you hop into the MonsterHunter voice channel, Max will pull you into our voice channel.
I will. It'll take a minute for him to get that message. Screen delay.
I didn't want to put that down. Whoops. Alright, that can just be there now.
Hold on. I'm moving so I can see if he gets into one of them. I would love it if you could move people who weren't in a voice chat into something. Just be like, yeah, just be like, guess what? I'm listening through your mic. God.
You are here now.
Yeah, well, the worst part would be that, you know, like, that means I can hear whatever's happening through their mic, assuming they're online. Like,
oh, shit.
Just
I'm not
spy
gonna do this, we fail. Life powder. And
yeah, pull out the talc powder. Oh. I need mending mantle. Put on my invincibility. Let's go.
I do dig his music also.
I do. Yeah.
I know this is the Fatalis skeleton, but now that we're like fighting it at HR, I enjoy this I think more than.
Hold on. I need to move Black Knight. How do I do that now?
Just drag and drop.
Oh, is that really?
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to do that actually. They're really far apart. How do you do that and not a vertical monitor? There you go, Black Knight.
Just scroll up.
Okay, you can scroll while you're doing it? Okay. Sometimes applications have a very bad implementation of scrolling WoW, you have something like drag and droppable. But I forget that this is an Electron app, meaning it's like a browser, not like native window controls, so it's probably just a lot easier.
Did you see the Discord team came out with a new app that I'm wondering might fix some of our scheduling issues, because it looks like it's
is that by them?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that was like something that the Discord team had done.
I was muted. Oops.
Hey,
what is it?
I thought it was a little weird you didn't say anything right when you
no more stream delay, yippee.
Yeah. When you get to hear you die,
as long as you don't
when it
faint,
happens.
That's the rule.
Okay, yeah, I jumped into fire at the exact wrong time.
No, that was nothing could be done.
Yeah, ill-advised, but I get it. It happens.
What app are we talking about by the Discord people?
It's a basically.
Decide on us.
Get him! Hit him with the rocks! 6,000 damage, get wrecked.
Electron. I don't actually remember the name anymore.
I mean, I can go look it up in just a minute.
Paralysis! Let's cut this tail off, babies!
He's got too much to analyze, clearly.
We've given him a paradox to ponder.
Yeah, I want there to be analysis paralysis in this game for the monster.
This statement is false.
He can't figure out which one to fight. There's too many. I just want to sever the head.
I like that this tail doesn't trip on us also.
Yeah, but it does, at least for when I have my hammer, because sometimes I just have to wail on something because, you know, that's the closest thing. I'm not going to have time to get to the head. At least for that, it's kind of a pain. Because he'll push you around.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't trip you, but he moves one direction and it pushes you. Then he moves another direction and, oh. I need my thunder pot.
We're going to the hill.
No, this one, or at least the direction he's facing, doesn't make it a problem.
Oh, okay. See, it's not the whole area.
Yeah.
Or just go to the head.
Yeah, being behind him also works. Which, on the first one, he's always guaranteed to go to the back of the room, so it's a little harder. But that is a place you can hide. Take cover under the monster, because they're not covering themselves.
This ain't that kind of universe.
Come on. Fire. Damn it. There we go. God, when he doesn't have his shell covering him, that does 275 damage.
Yeah.
I love it. This fight is just like... You can still use your weapons and everything, but man, you do so much damage with the environment.
This is a really good boss fight. I'm enjoying it. And
it's just so well designed.
Listen, I think that this has been a very successful launch day for Monster Hunter Wild.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
considering
You're
they
not
made,
wrong.
what, 700 million?
No.
At least.
Oh, Black Knight, did you have, because you're in, remind me again, your area?
I was not kept awake by the storms.
Oh,
no. Or the lack of. Oof.
Wow.
I think that was me.
No, that was me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, both you and Black Knight said don't sweat it. So... I'm just gonna assume the person that that ate it can't say anything.
It's fine, guys.
That'd be great. Just set your dying like if there is a dying like communication, set it to
Yeah,
don't
just set it,
sweat
don't
it,
sweat
so
it.
that people
Yeah. I don't know what
can't
that
tell.
wasn't me.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Look, I said don't sweat it.
So he does Dragon Blight, so we want to bring Nullberries. We want to bring Life Powder.
He does
and
dragon
Dust of Life.
and fire.
We want to bring
So-
some rations, some Mega Potions. I think
But
I'm
yeah.
gonna bring.
Flash pods
This
do
is
nothing
the-
against him, just so you know.
I think I'm gonna bring some Adamant Seeds.
This
Also,
is the great fight. I love it.
None of the pitfalls work,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I shouldn't bother with my.
or none of the traps.
You
Yeah,
said
so if
no
you wanted
flash
other
pods.
stuff, yeah, they don't work either. Unfortunately, a Farcaster would be useful. just in case you're in an area where you can't get out of the blast.
Fuck, I forgot my forecaster.
That's a good idea.
I say that it's not storming, and as I say that, I hear thunder.
Yeah.
I don't think I have
Yeah.
forecasters. I just haven't been like grabbing resources because I
No
haven't been able to
forecasters. What is this?
I don't remember what.
I mean, I don't have many. I only really bring them for Jin, Dahad, and this guy.
Yeah.
And even, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure that I can survive.
Yeah, ever since
It's blast.
the good old days of fast travel, forecasters have kind of fallen out of use.
Alright, let's do this.
I might be able to survive this guy's blast, but I'm not sure.
Where the fuck did Alma go? You know what? I don't
She
see it.
walks away.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
posting
need
it
you.
out.
Quite literally.
She's busy. She walked away and to go do paperwork.
Yeah. She's filing all, like, of your paperwork for, you know,
Alright.
the things that you've done that are against the guild's rules.
Some sort of
What's
yeah.
up?
Yeah. See, you're wanted in a lot of courts now, Cameron.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're fighting your extradition.
Fair.
That's a lot of unauthorized hunts.
I have a
Most
Zoshia,
hunters wouldn't make it past the first one.
Zoshia investigation, rather, which gives 9 gems, which
I
is
don't
pretty
think
nice.
Cameron,
I'm betting
you
I
see
can't
the
join
message?
that until I do the what?
Have you gotten any Age of Crimes yet?
Hey. Oh, chat. Sorry, I
Yeah.
thought you meant like a message from you.
Nope.
I have not. I actually, funnily enough, I did see some Age of Prime toys at Walmart, but I'm not really. Hannah and I are in the middle of finishing up on the house. I have a water heater I need to buy for one of our units, and I just spent $500 on tires, so I'm gonna hold off on toys for the moment.
Has there ever been a Transformer that was a boiler?
No. Although, the something coming out this year it's called Transformers Timelines, and it is Bumblebee from the Heart of Steel comic, and Bumblebee turns into a little steam engine, so he has a boiler.
He has a boiler. Yeah. That's awesome.
He's right, because Transformers kind of need to turn into mobile things.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So
Well,
it's like
isn't one of them literally a skyscraper or something like that?
not a skyscraper, but Metroplex.
Oh, yeah,
Next turn into like
A whole
buildings.
city.
But they also turn into like spaceships and aircraft carriers.
Yeah, they go the full Macros thing of like being
Yeah.
like a city that like mulches its people when it transforms.
Yeah, we are.
Because I always love that in Macros where like the city's inside there, but they still designed it so that it could transform and would just like fucking mulch the city. Like people could be in like on the road to work, and this if it transformed, it'd just destroy
I
them.
don't have the required equipment submenu.
That's kind of dark for Transformers, but yeah.
No, this is Macros Frontier.
Oh,
But that's what
Macross, yeah.
That's what Metroplex
Max,
reminds
are
me
you hopping
of.
into Quest?
I will, yeah. It hasn't told me that.
It's been posted. You got to go to the invitation list, I think.
It's not on my invitation list. I'll just go check
Yeah.
Squabby.
Now that we've done Mizu, we're in the process of doing Soshia. We just need AC right now,
Got something in
and then we'll have the trifecta.
I need Arch-Tempered Ray Dow to come with a greatsword. It is horse shit that I can't make a Ray Dow greatsword.
I thought that's what they were doing.
Hopefully.
I thought that was like confirmed.
Oh, I don't know.
Because
if
I
that's-
thought that was one of the things
I
we
saw
talked
on
about.
the subreddit the other day that someone was praying for a Radow heavy bowgun because they wanted the railgun.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
What the fuck? I feel like
That is
the
awesome.
guns, the bow, and the greatsword. Well, the greatsword should have it because the greatsword should like it's the default weapon. It's Charizard. Every monster should
It's
make
Charizard.
a greatsword part. It's the most.
Oh god, what the
popular-
hell? Did I not get the memo? Are we supposed to be going great swords only?
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, me.
yeah.
Well, you gotta cut that tail.
Definitely different from before. before.
Yeah.
We should be careful.
I mean, to be fair, I'm Slinger main on
Can we
this,
actually cut
so
the tail, or is it like Fatalis, or we
you
cannot?
you can.
You can, but I
You've
think
cut
that's
it off
the,
before.
I think the shell has to come off first.
I've been with you when you cut it off.
I just didn't remember because it's been so long.
Yeah, we fought it well, I don't know if you fought it 5 times, but
that was like the pre-release version. I didn't know if they kept that feature.
yeah, it got better. Its tail doesn't come off anymore.
Yeah.
We're calling this literally the 1.0 release.
To me, it is like they added the canteen, they added the gathering hut.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are-
fair. That's
Those
fair.
are, even ignoring the monsters, there are core features here that.
They added the Wyverian Shrine Girl that sings a buff song that doesn't give you a buff.
What?
It tells you in communications that it does.
Is that really what?
There's nothing on my buff bar, but it told me in the communications that it had increased my stats.
Well, did
So-
you check your actual defense set?
I don't know what it was before. And also, when we run out, like, that's like, if I don't have a buff, like, how am I supposed to even know?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure you can't cut the tail until second phase. Oh,
I need to attack before that
Nate, I
happens.
think Macross's STF-1, which I think is the main ship, right? Was alien made and humans just built their own city.
It was.
Decided as I'm not 100% sure they knew.
That's exactly.
No, they did not know, Nate. I remember that. That shit was baller. Like, a bunch of, like, they didn't show, it wasn't as grimdark as I'm going to describe it, but in
No,
the
it wasn't.
episode, like, a bunch of civilians, they note that a bunch of civilians died the first time it transformed.
Yep.
Because they weren't aware
But-
that, like, a bunch of buildings got crushed.
And then they used the same animation from the first time, like, as a,
Yeah,
like,
it, like-
reusable piece, so...
You see a bunch of buildings get torn apart.
yeah,
time.
every single time it transforms,
And, like,
I'm like...
In the story they're telling, that doesn't happen, but it's very,
Yes.
very funny that they show
That's
it.
why I was making jokes about it. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I know they didn't build it and stuff like that. But also, the way it looks is like how, like, people rebuild in a floodplain because of flood insurance. You know? Like, that's basically what it... If you just watch the reused animation, that's the impression you get.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's great.
I know very little about Macross. Is that the one with like the literal song and dance saving the universe?
Yes, always. Because the other
Incredible.
aliens have no culture.
And
Apparently.
Macross is actually, I think, 3 different anime put together. Kind of like how Voltron was 2 shows. Oh, shit.
I don't know about that part of it.
Put yourself out. I survived. Nate, if you're in chat, can you check and confirm what shows Macross was made of? Or am I mixing Macross up with something else?
I'm not sure. It wouldn't surprise me, because it does feel like it's a lot of hodgepodge ideas. That's why I'm not even, like, contesting it, because though I've never heard it, it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, but now I'm kind of doubting myself. I'm wondering if, oh shit, am I mixing it up with
Oh, hey,
Robotech?
something
I know was multiple things.
something really cool. Well, that's actually...
Robotech is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, well, Robotech and Macro Frontiers mechs are the same, basically.
That's
Where
it.
they...
Robotech, both Macross and other shows.
Because they're what is it? Their mechs can transform between the half plane, half robot, the plane, and then a full robot. And for
Hold
some
on
reason,
a sec. That's literally BattleTech.
apparently the half plane version is like the trainer mode. I don't actually understand how that's a thing, because now you have
Just
legs
all.
and you're a jet. Like, why is that easier than either of the 2 other modes?
Yeah, it's weird.
But they talked to the pilot in the first episode because he can't control like the robot mode, and they're like, switch to the like hybrid mode. It's easier to control.
Gerwalk mode, that's what it's called.
And I'm like, even as like even when I was very young watching that, I'm like, why would that be easier?
Yeah. You have
Like-
all the parts you have to control.
Yeah,
Just
now
less.
you have legs and you're a fighter jet. I don't get it. He's like trying to use like a stick to like control the legs. Like I don't.
Well, that's always been.
Look, man, if they can do it in BattleTech, they can do it in anime.
Yeah. Dude,
we don't
the controls
actually-
in BattleTech are nutty.
We don't actually have a good way to represent controlling a bipedal robot because
Yeah, and all 5 fingers with the same dexterity as a normal human.
like the way modern Gundam used to be like, oh, it's just a jet fighter cockpit, and you like use the like essentially the pedals, which is stupid.
Yeah.
But nowadays, the assumption is not assumption, but what's displayed in the media is you have really good AI. So you're basically telling
it's
it where to go,
interpreting.
and it's like, okay, here's how I'm gonna do it.
I mean, Escaflowne actually, at the same time as all that, was doing a really good job showing how you would control a bipedal robot by having a haptic feedback suit that is basically the cockpit. But like, it's like a huge like amount of equipment that is the feedback suit. Like, the cockpit is like a bunch of mechanical pieces that are interpreting the haptics, which I love. As opposed to like G Gundam, where it's like you're in like this weird VR area.
Or Pacific Rim.
Yeah, or Pacific
The
Rim.
problem with that, of course, is like desyncing, like like a fucking Wiimote, like.
Well,
Oh
Pacific
God, I'm
Rim
walking
basically-
down, like sliding sideways.
Pacific Rim had.
It doesn't have as enough.
Yeah.
It basically has the Gundam pilot's problem of being just 2 foot pedals, where it's like there isn't enough haptics to like interpret your motions to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Whereas like Escaflowne is literally encasing you in like a bunch of different like bands that are then connected to levers and actuators. It would basically have the same problem that Space Marine armor has without the black carapace, where like there would be a delay. But like it's better than anything else that I've seen in trying to represent that.
Nate's got it.
Yeah, I
Nate's
mean-
got it here. Robotech was 3 shows: Super Dimension Fortress Macross, Super Dimension Cavalry Southern Cross, and Genesis Climber Moseoda.
I don't know that last one. Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Never heard of it. It didn't exist.
Old anime
Yeah, which
was
one
weird
did
in
the
that
singer come from?
They did the I think that was the first one, Macross. It was a Macross thing. But that like it the same thing as like Super Sentai, where for whatever reason they didn't want to tell the same story. They were like, let's take these animation cells, which were clearly intended to tell a specific story, and tell a different story with them. And I find
can
that
understand
idea
that.
so I think it's insane. I would never think to do that. So they've done it successfully in some ways, but like to take footage telling one story and make it tell another is, I don't know, really crazy to me.
I mean, when it cost as much as it did to produce that footage, you know, because that animation is really
But why
high
not just tell
frame
the
rate for the
same
time
story?
period. I don't know.
Because
I
why
mean,
would
it's
you
a very
watch?
niche
Why would you
audience
watch the same
already.
story
that would be
twice?
cheaper. Well, no, because one is in Japanese and one is in English, and the audience doesn't know Japanese. Instead of hiring
Oh,
writers,
fair.
you hire like translators.
Oh, well, I mean, I would assume because they think their sales are going to be bad in an American market.
I guess, but that's a weird assumption to me.
At the time period, it's not. They would have been bad. That's
The will crystals are on
But
fire. We have to destroy
well, why do
compared to what they were going to make at the time, because the market over here just wasn't that big.
Right, but they're all. I don't understand. I guess I don't understand what you're saying because they're already releasing an anime with English translations. Like, why not make it the original?
Oh, they're attempting to make it so that what they think is going to sell better in that market. That would be my guess. They're telling a
Yeah.
story that they think will sell better in an American market, even though they probably had no idea. It's not like they had an analyst or anything like that to
That's
look
what
at
I'm
it.
saying. Like, why not do the like Power Rangers? the Zoo Ranger story that Power Rangers like season 1 was based off of is like a cool story with actual dinosaurs and knights and warriors and stuff.
I mean, we do have to remember at the time 4Kids is around. Like, they're going to also have somebody like that is actually backing up that this stuff needs like, you know, to be rewritten for an American audience.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I'm not saying that they should have they should have accepted that, but like, because 4Kids was nutty.
Well, yeah,
Or 4Kids Network. But I'm not saying that even had anything to do with Macros, because obviously they're not buying that. But like, I'm just saying that they would have had something that like says like, these stories need to be rewritten, regardless of whether their story needed to be. Because think of like what they did to Sailor Moon. They didn't rewrite the story, but they like forced them to change certain things about the story and actually reuse the footage to have like people back out of rooms and shit like that.
When the writers and the not writers, I guess it's the American whatever censorship board or whatever, thought that incest was better than being gay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would. I suppose it would pull better in Kentucky.
Anna, and I guess Anna and Black Knight, do you guys, know Sailor Moon? That was kind of before your time.
I know what Sailor Moon is. I've never watched it.
Yeah.
Basically, the stuff that was shown in America had a lot of stuff that was modified because 4Kids Network wanted it modified. So like, there were some characters that were supposed to be lesbians. That they basically, the scene where they would have talked to each other, the character walks into the room, says something, and then they play the animation backwards to have them walk out of the room.
And they reference that they're cousins, and that's why they're always hanging out together rather than that they're in love with each other. But then later on, it shows them getting like intimate together, like not like sex or anything, but like cuddling and like emotional hugs and like longing glances and stuff. So now it's like, are these cousins fucking each other? like,
Just another day in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Really one of the moments.
They did Sailor Moon Crystal, it was a remake of the anime, and they brought that over to the States and they kept everything like the original. And it's actually, I'd recommend.
So nowadays, you can actually get like, you know, the not 4Kids version, which is odd to that network is called that. Still, that's.
And it's, I want to make sure Max and we're not like misrepresenting. It was, Sailor Moon is not some adult show.
Yeah, it's not. That's the worst part about it. I'm like,
in Japan, it is a children's magical girl cartoon that sells toys to little girls and adult men.
Yeah, it's no Cardcaptor Sakura.
To adult men.
Well, the kids aren't gonna know.
But
hell, I didn't know for the longest time until I started going to anime conventions.
Yeah, Cardcaptor Sakura is a weird one because they did some of the shit they changed in that they were right on. Like,
yeah, I know. That's the weird part about it.
Engaged to one of his students who's fucking 12 or whatever.
Yes,
like,
that is fucking crazy.
Good for you, 4Kids. Like,
yeah,
yes.
I'm like, that one needed changed. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck, Japan? Cardcaptor Sakura, I
don't even understand. Like, that show, like, it has a good premise. I don't understand why that needed to be there. What was that supposed to convey?
Yeah, so this is a cartoon, I think, from the 90s. In Japan, it was in the 90s, and in the States, it was the late 90s, maybe? Maybe in Japan, it was the late 80s.
It could have been.
But
I have no idea. I never really looked into that.
But the
time
show,
period.
and it's written by a Japanese woman. The show has a lot of intergenerational romances in a weird.
And one of them is like a teacher with their student from like middle school, I think.
Student. Yeah, their child.
Yeah,
student.
it's like not even close to age 18.
Yeah, it's that. I mean, that's straight up pedophilia.
Yeah, it's bad. And like, I don't know how the hell that didn't get like completely gutted by 4Kids.
Yeah.
Because I guess there's just too much to actually remove it.
Yeah, you
Like,
got
that's the funny part
sense
about it.
Watching it, and Max and I, like, we watched this while we were kids. You got the sense watching it that, like, they were in love, and as a child, I was like, that's weird.
And that's like
But
after
kids
they
added
removed
some shit
shit.
about how, like, he was waiting for her to become an adult. So it's like, okay, so we're just grooming.
Arguably, that's even worse.
No, that's not. Oh God, am I about to make? Okay, I think. Oh fuck. Hold on.
Think about the internet.
What?
I
think about the internet.
Japanese version of this story is worse than the American, but the American version of the story was not. They didn't go far enough. But they didn't have
They
the money to
couldn't
animate
because
of a
they-
scene of that guy going to jail.
Yeah.
That's what
Actually,
they
that's. It was too integral to the story that they couldn't pull the parts out that they needed to
Yeah.
without, like you said, reanimating.
Yeah.
That's bad. Like, that's.
Yeah.
We can't actually get it out of the story. Otherwise, like, some of this shit just doesn't make sense.
And then Sakura's brother,
Yeah.
which
Sakura's
like,
brother's friend, if I remember right.
yeah,
does
which
some
that
crazy
part's
shit
cute.
too.
It's two gay guys, which is great. They're both college age bros. But
Yeah, but one of the girls likes one of them, doesn't she?
yeah. And that like feels like, I don't know, that feels fine. It's like, oh, she's got like a little childhood
I
crush.
guess so.
And he's not interested in her because he wants to go home.
That's what I didn't remember. I was like, was that like a thing, or was that like a? He found out later that he wasn't interested.
I
Ow.
don't remember. I mean, it's been so long since I've seen it. I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, and I'm not about to go back because I was like, that was creepy as fuck, even at a very young age.
But
I could tell.
But
But it's a great fucking series. That's the worst part.
problem. So
I'm like, the premise
here,
is awesome.
It's like okay, it's Pokemon. You gotta catch them all, but with like what do you call them?
Cards that she.
But the special cards, the future cards.
Oh, the cloud cards.
No. What do we call them in real life?
Tarot cards.
Yes, I was gonna say Torah cards, and I was like, that's not right. Oh fuck! I didn't know
So
what was
she
happening.
basically she can use her wand to incorporate the card into her wand, and it gives her whatever the power of the card is.
There it goes.
Cut the tail before we fail. Cut the tail before we fail.
Yeah, right.
It's cut already. Oh, you mean carve? Yeah.
Yes.
Point.
Oh, are we about to fail?
It's like 3 feints.
All right. We're going. I'm coming in. I'm still eating. But yeah, anime's weird. I enjoy
Yep.
it. Sometimes.
And it has had a weird history. Is really that's really the takeaway here. Is that its history has been nutty, and it hasn't done itself any services.
Yeah.
There's a reason that it has in the past had an unusual like level of how do I say scrutiny? Yes, because it kind of deserved it,
Its
and
reputation.
yeah, its forefathers didn't help it. Some of them were unjustly targeted, like Sailor Moon, and then Cardcaptor Sakura, on the other hand, is like, God, 4 kids was actually doing something reasonable here.
Yeah, straight to jail.
Now, I wish I knew which one they had done first, because then it would make, like, if they did Cardcaptor Sakura first, their response to Sailor Moon would feel a lot
Yeah, that's a good point.
different, you know?
Yeah,
I never considered that.
No, but Sailor Moon had to come first. I feel like because it's
I think you're right.
the more popular show and it's the older show. Sailor Moon
Yeah.
was from like the 70s.
Exactly. I was like, as much as I love the narrative, if it went the other direction, I'm pretty sure you're correct that it'd be weird if they licensed them in the other direction.
Okay, let's talk about something that's not anime.
Yeah,
Anna,
that's fair.
how are horses?
Horses are horses, man.
What's new in the world of horses? What's the latest horse town?
Oh, we've got all thoroughbred birthday, Northern Hemisphere coming up soon.
Say that again. Those are words I recognize, but as a sentence. No! No, no, no! Okay, I'm good. All thoroughfare birthday?
Thoroughbred birthday.
Thoroughbred.
What does that mean?
So, for the purposes of, like, race horses,
Yes.
they, between the Northern and Southern Hemisphere, all registered racehorses have the same birthday for the purposes of, like, aging them for races. And so,
Why do they do that instead of just doing age brackets?
well, that's the thing, to, like, put them in the correct age bracket.
I'm assuming it's because you can't trust the person who's trying to put them in an age bracket. Like, to report the correct age for the horse.
I don't know if that's still a thing that's necessary, but it is a fun, like, bit of trivia, just like happy birthday to every thoroughbred.
Because I can
Today.
totally see back in the day somebody,
like
like,
that.
cheating massively by entering their, like, 2-year horse against, like, a higher age bracket.
Have you ever done horse racing?
Have I? No, but I'd love to at some point. I've done many horse-related activities, but I have never been a jockey.
You've been horsing around?
Yeah.
What are the odds somebody, like, gets injured doing that? I'm just curious.
Horse racing? I mean,
Yeah.
it's happened. Like, I've seen
Because,
that
like,
happen.
my mom, she used
Like, bet on
to do...
ponies?
No, she did bike racing, because my dad did, drag bike racing. And
Your
she...
dad raced bikes and drag?
Yes, Cameron.
That's awesome.
Actually,
That's
sure.
impressive to pedal and
That's
all that.
actually canon
That's-
because, you know, not exactly a fan of my dad anyways, so we're just gonna say that's canon now.
That just makes him cool. That is awesome. I love that.
Well then, it's not canon.
No! No! Oh wait, it wasn't me.
Damn.
Yeah! Woo!
But, so my mom, like, she fell off, or her bike fell sideways while she was on it, going at, like, full speed, and she never raced again, and it made me wonder, like, how different that is for horses, because, I mean, my understanding is if your horse falls over on you, you're gonna have a broken leg.
Oh, that depends on, like, how the horse falls onto you. Like, in
Yeah.
in the specific equestrian
am-
sport that I do, which is eventing, like, people die.
Okay.
Like, that's a thing that can happen. Absolutely.
That part of the
I am-
draw.
Maybe.
I mean, that is...
This for me, certainly.
I assume that's, like,
Gotta live on
that
the
feels a
edge.
lot like why people go to NASCAR.
I have
'cause they
I
wanna
have
see, like-
12 I have 12 seconds left on my meal effect. We can do it, right? I don't need to eat again.
Oh my god.
Who needs to eat, right?
It's true.
I'm looking through a GitHub repo right now, and or not just a commit, PR. Fuck, there we go.
Would you like to trade something?
And because this PR's got a rule of don't use AI submitted code, which makes sense because legally AI code is not owned by anyone. It's like it's something to do with licensing
It's
or whatever.
dubious.
Yes, but then here's a maintainer just using Copilot to review someone's code, and I'm like, is that legal?
Oh, God.
It
Can you
didn't
do
write
that?
anything, I guess, so...
Like, yeah, it's legal, but like it's kind
Good
of
idea.
hypocritical in a sense.
Yeah.
Well, and if you're fucking, it's risky if you're signing your name off on shit that you didn't actually review.
Yeah. Do you care if I go get something to eat? I'm kind of hungry. Is it break time yet? If not, that's fine.
I mean, we'll just keep hunting, but you can.
Sure.
wait.
I'll be 5 minutes or so. 5-10 minutes. Good luck with the chandelier.
Yep. All right, we got it this time.
Okay,
Unrelated to Black Knight leaving.
I can help you
I'm
source materials.
just retrieving some mats real quick. So what is eventing? Because I know, I guess I just knew dressage and then barreling. and racing.
They said this was our share from the Fire Spring Festival.
You know what I really want to know is if anybody does chariot races still.
I think they do. Oh, and
Because I want to, I want to go root for the, yeah, she's deafened right now and
oh,
muted.
you know, it has been almost an hour and a half. Why don't we take a 10-minute bio break?
Sure.
All right, and then we'll come back, and Max will remember that we're talking about chariot racing. Be back in a minute,
Sounds
everybody.
good.
I can't like
We're
carry
back.
around like a cup of coffee without both hands on it because of how shaky my hands are. So I can't even imagine going up and down stairs with like a platter of fluted glasses with like champagne in it.
Yeah,
That just
it takes practice. Half the time I think I'm just gonna throw things.
I wish that practice could help me.
Oh,
I have to like when I'm painting like Warhammer models and stuff like that. The only reason that I can get a good paint job on them is because I can redo things. So like, the idea of like trying to carry around like something that is like you only get one chance. You can't unbreak them. Is and it's a anathema to me.
Let's see. So I have in front of Eastern Honey.
Oh wait, Cameron, you were asking about horse racing,
Yes,
and
real quick, before we talk about horse racing, I just want to show off because I'm really proud of it. It is a duck fried rice. I made a little duck
Ooh,
rice.
nice.
Okay,
If I had any amount of appetite, that would sound really good right now.
tell me about horse racing. Hi.
well, you had specifically asked about the different types of events, if I remember right.
Yeah,
Anna
so
had mentioned a type of event, and you had asked more
what
specifically about
is-
it.
You said you do eventing, like that is
There
we
type
go.
of event.
Yes.
What is eventing?
So it is a combination of 3 different horse equestrian disciplines. So it includes dressage, show jumping, and cross country.
Gotcha. I know
Jumping.
dressage and show jumping. So dressage is like gymnastics floor work with your horse, right? Like
Yes.
You make them do a routine and they dance real pretty.
Yep, and it's actually founded in equine military training was the original purpose of
Because it's all
that.
about like precision.
Yes,
Agility training.
and
stuff.
that's my favorite discipline.
I don't know that I'd call it well. Would you call it agility based, Anna, or it's more about precision control than like agile maneuvers, right?
It's sort of all of the above.
I guess I never considered like an army's never going to take like their horses through difficult terrain because they don't want to break a leg on a horse or a foot, right?
Yeah.
So like when I was thinking agility, I was thinking like, well, if you have to go through rough terrain, like I could see a military like training their horses to maneuver.
That's
But
closer, I
that
think, to
that actually seems like just something nobody would ever do because it's too dangerous for the riders and the horse, which are
That is-
extremely expensive for the empire that
is why
train them.
Emily does barreling, which
Yeah,
is
that's kick-ass.
like slalom, but on a horse between barrels.
Is like what?
Slalom,
What was that?
like slalom ski, slalom.
I don't know. I mean, you may be saying it right. I just don't know it.
You've never heard of the slalom witch trials?
God.
That is what I was thinking of when you were saying that. To be
I
honest.
figured because I genuinely have no confidence that I am saying this right. Oh shit! Oh, already? All right.
Nah, we're good. He's just a little angry.
So dressage, I know. Show jumping, I also know. That is, I think, what turned Christopher Walken into Christopher Reeves.
Alright, I'm back. Oh my god.
Then, what is cross country?
It's basically like cross-country running, but with horses. And there's like obstacles in the way.
Was that Hidalgo? Did Hidalgo do cross country? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I am not familiar.
Okay, this is a like 2004, 2005 movie.
Yeah, you're not gonna help yourself there.
Viggo Mortensen. Max, do you remember Hidalgo?
No.
Okay, this is a pretty good movie. You should watch it at some point. It is-
I'll look at. I'm like movie illiterate to begin with, so
It is Viggo Mortensen, Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, is playing a famous. Does long distance horse races, Where
Oh,
it's
so that's like endurance racing.
multi-day. Okay, so
Yeah.
different than cross country.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are like 100-mile races, which is
I was gonna
crazy.
say, we're talking about like horses.
I know
on the
someone who
march.
does that too.
Do they ever do teams for that too?
Yes.
Probably.
Because I was gonna say like that if a lot of this comes from them like simulating what like people did when they were training in the military for horses, then like riding as a squad for long distances seems interesting. Seems like something they might do.
I think they probably would do it as a rally race, but
Oh, that'd be cool too.
okay. So he's the best racer in America,
Hey.
and Hidalgo is. Thank you, Nate.
I was gonna say he remembers.
Hidalgo is the best cross country, or what do you call it,
Oh my
endurance
God,
racer in America, and he is a painted Mustang, like not any sort of thoroughbred. He's what do you call it, a horse mutt, and he gets invited because of his reputation. He gets invited to a cross-country race in the Arabian Peninsula. At the time, I don't think Saudi Arabia was a thing yet. I don't 100% remember.
Wait,
But
what
some-
year is this
This
supposed to
is
take
like
place?
post-Civil War. Aragorn is like a Civil War.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
yeah. That's all British colonies at that
Yeah.
point, so yeah.
So, Aragorn is invited to this race, and you start in one city and you go to the sea, and it's through the desert, so it's a ton of like
Yeah.
super intense endurance racing. You have to maintain the horses' heat because horses
It's
can't
horrible.
regulate their heat very well.
Yeah.
Crazy competition, and it's based on a true story. Hidalgo did do this race.
I don't really like this, doing this to the horses. It's like, this is a climate where camels make sense,
Well,
and
you
we're
gotta
just
remember
making
that
these horses do this.
These are rich assholes, and they don't.
I know.
They don't actually
I-
care.
I mean, yeah. I assume it's some British people that, like, own Oman or whatever at that point. But, yeah. Crazy.
It's a good movie. It's probably 2 hours, so it's not like crazy long the way modern epics are. And it's got some good adventure, and it's got some like heartfelt moments. It's not like, I don't think it's exceptional, but it is a fun movie. So I'd recommend if you
Do
like
the horses that, like, do this, like, typically survive? Like, even if they finish the race, like, are they...
Yeah, oh yeah.
There's like animal cruelty laws, like you can't film and like kill a bunch of horses.
No, I meant at the time period.
Oh,
At
no,
the time
that
period,
bunch
you
of them
definitely
died.
could.
These were a bunch of rich assholes that like could afford to lose a horse.
That's what I was thinking, is, like,
There's
they probably... God, crazy.
Not quite as anime as Speed Racer, Nate, although that would be really fun if you like horse drifting.
Oh my god. Yeah, horse drifting. Your horse
I
has
want a horse
buzzsaw
drift.
blades.
Double
So
horse
that-
drifting.
Yeah.
Yes, fall! Oh, I thought you were gonna fall. I thought you were gonna do that thing you do.
Yeah. Yeah, look at him, he's doing the thing. He's just laying on the ground twitching from paralysis. It's the thing, look, he's doing it.
Woo! But yeah, it's not like a movie I'd recommend to like a film enjoyer, but if you like little adventure movies and you like horses, I think Hidalgo's pretty good. Is
What about
Hidalgo
Seabiscuit?
the best horse movie? I didn't
What about
like
Seabiscuit?
I didn't think it was-
I've never seen it, I just know that is a horse
I
movie,
think it
so I was
won-
curious.
Seabiscuit, I think, won like an Academy Award or some shit, but I didn't
That was my impression.
think it was that good. I don't know.
I knew it won an award, I should say, but I didn't know how it compared. And there's like that one about the World War I horse
War
that
Horse.
is more
Horse
recent.
good, but War Horse will make you sad. Hidalgo's a good movie that won't make you sad.
Yeah, you're telling me a movie about a horse during World War I will make me sad?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't know, Black Beauty's still pretty good.
I like Black Beauty, but I think. Oh, is this new?
Get back, back.
Oh, come on.
Against the wall! Against the wall!
Shields
Guard!
up!
Yeah, shields
Ooh,
up!
good time for me to eat some gun.
Also, if you have slinger ammo, you can use it on these, and it'll make the area not light. If you get rid of like 2 of the sets of crystals next to each other, it'll make the entire lane not light up.
Oh, good.
I've never found it worth it though, since you can just get against the back wall and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think the only reason you would do it is because then you can be closer to Zoshio after it's done, so you can re-engage quicker. But you need to get rid of 2 of the lanes next to each other, otherwise they'll, like, still ignite the area.
Have you read Black Beauty, Anna, or just watched the movie?
I have read it as well.
It's a book that I'd be down to reread at some point. I feel like I thought it was way sadder than I was expecting it to be. I don't 100% know why. I don't remember like the details of the story.
Oh no! God damn!
I don't know if
That
I'd
was
call
horrible.
it a sad story, but maybe you just felt some sort of something, depending on whenever you read it.
Yeah.
I just feel like any story about horses is, like, pretty likely to end horribly, because we have not treated them very well throughout history.
Tend to be sad.
Oh, very
Remember
I
where
like
the red fern grows?
I know of that story. I don't know, like, what it is, though.
A boy.
A bunch of people read it, but like, when I was in high school, or, well, maybe earlier than that.
A boy gets 2 bloodhounds, and again, this is like the early 1900s in like Appalachia, and he goes raccoon hunting. They call it something else, which is an acceptable term, I believe, in describing that activity, but I won't say it
Yeah.
online.
Yeah,
we-
probably was.
Yeah,
I remember one of, like, he has a fight with the neighbor boys, and one of them falls on an axe, and, like, fucking gets his nuts ripped out, and I was like, oh, goddamn. And then, woo! Can't touch me. There's a really traumatic scene where they have to teach, the dogs that, like, oh, you want to find these and kill them. And they trap a raccoon by putting a shiny thing in a hole that's like big enough for its wrist to fit in, but then they put little spikes pointed down so its hand will get caught and it won't let go of the thing. And then the boy has to go and like beat it to death with a club so he gets its skin to train the dogs on it. And I was like, Jesus Christ. The dad after that is like, yeah, this is a super fucked up thing. We do this one time to train the dogs, but then after this, you gotta give them a fighting chance. So the dogs chase the raccoons up trees, and he cuts them down to get the raccoons. And he like makes money to feed his family and stuff.
yeah.
He eventually
They're hunting dogs. They are a tool, not an animal, or a family member, unfortunately.
There's a really cool scene where he chases a raccoon up a giant oak tree, and he has to chop it down, and it takes him like, he stays there for several days chopping it down so the raccoon can't get away. And a bear attacks him, I think, and the dogs save him, but one of the dogs dies. And then the other dog dies of sadness because her brother died. And that's the book. Welcome to Cameron's Cameron's notes on where the red fern grows.
That is, I'm curious why that book was so popular.
It's really well written, and it tells a story that, like, this is what life is like in rural Appalachia.
I, for some reason, just assumed that it was going to be like a romance or something, considering how many women were reading it at the time. That was just, me being naive, or whatever. And this is the only time I've thought about it since then. But apparently that's not the case. That's and now I really don't understand because it definitely was not something they were supposed to read for a class. So, huh? Well,
Let's
that's
try
cool.
this again.
Let's get to work then.
Lucky
But
number
definitely
7,
not something I'm-
best horse movie.
True. There you go.
Is there even? I know there's a horse.
No,
race
there's
in
not
it.
there
It's
yet. It is the precipitating event.
All right, hop in.
Or-
Let's do this shit again.
Yep. But this time, for real.
You'll do it again. I believe in you. But be careful.
Okay, I was just nomming on food for a bit. We were talking about horses, and that's
well,
where we
were
left off.
hunting a monster, and you were nomming on food and got your ass kicked. Is what happened.
Nuh-uh, I was enraptured with the story about where the red fern grows.
I was fully
Something is
engaged. I got
definitely
dumped
different from
on.
before.
Yep.
Be careful.
Fair.
If only it weren't for being fully engaged, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess. Did anyone have any like really impactful? Red Fern Grows was a very impactful book for me in school. That one.
I never read Renford and Rose or Old Yeller or any of those. I read like whatever the gang member called Pony Boy was.
Oh,
Oh, shoot.
The Outsiders.
Yes.
That's a good.
I mean, we read Lord of the Flies.
Everyone
that was
reads
good.
Lord of the Flies, I think.
Exactly.
Flies is a good one. I'm curious
Because
as
you have to be able to make references to it, you know, that's...
that one and 1984. I'm very curious to see what reading list is
Actually
like
never
now.
read that.
Hannah's aunt.
I should
is-
read it.
It is good. Hannah's aunt is a high school English teacher. I'll have to ask her like, what she's teaching these days.
The Great Gatsby.
Art of the deal.
Art of the... Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Passed by the. This is not true. This is me.
Great
making a
Gatsby,
joke.
I did also
Hey,
read.
you don't know if that's not true.
Like passed by the Ohio Senate.
Don't give them
mandatory
ideas.
reading.
It'll be the only thing that's mandated at the national level. They believe in the states
Nice.
controlling their education, except for the Art of the Deal.
Yeah.
That one's mandated
That's
now.
funny. Black Knight gonna lose streaming cribs. Listen, if we kicked people out for sucking balls while on stream, none of us would stream.
None of us will be here,
We'd
real.
have-
I need you in before that happens.
Anna would have to be POV constantly.
Hey, that's not.
Anna
I'm
fainted
not-
like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I'm not even like. None of us would be here.
No, this may be the
Especially-
easiest Monster Hunter game to date, but that does not mean that we are not going to get our ass kicked.
Especially
No, this-
with the
yeah,
the
this-
autocannon changes.
This feels
Or
like this is
bug.
what like some of the later world hunts felt like. This feels like that one like when we got that one Malzano alternative. It feels good.
Yeah, I never actually did that one, to be honest.
Now you're just
Oh,
making up
wow,
wow,
off,
monsters,
Primordial
aren't you?
right.
Malzano, so good.
Malzano is awesome.
Are you just making up monsters now?
No,
Malzano I did.
Malzano
Primordial
is a
Malzano I did not.
Vampire.
Primordial was kick-ass. Like that shit had
I don't
you
like the
punching a little bit.
implications of being a vampire dragon because something that big would suck out all my blood in one go.
Well, no, he has little bugs that he sends out called Curia that do that. It's so
This
Are
is
we
horrible.
are we describing the plot of Rise to a Max?
Are you saying that it's an insect glaive user?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a super. Fuck! I'm so far away. I should hop on my mouse.
My mount, bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a secret that makes you move faster.
Stick
it's
your
a
new-
secret to everyone. But yeah, Max, I know we've been talking about you going back and playing other Monster Hunters. Whenever you want to, I'm down. Like I need the time, but I'm down for it because there are so many good monsters that.
I told him about the snake wyverns, and he I think he got some kind of like phobia from that.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
Oh god. what's it called?
Naharala.
Naharala.
Alamador.
Yeah.
Yeah, the danger noodles.
Yeah, they're good. Naharala's really fun to fight. Ooh, blocking. Oh, no, block. Snack.
Where is the fucking orange on this guy?
Orange.
I'm playing Glaive. Orange extract.
Oh,
It's an insect glaive thing, you wouldn't get it.
I know. I was gonna say I actually. Paz was asking me about insect glaives earlier, and I'm like, I don't know how those things work.
I was gonna
They're
say,
like
I
one
am
stick.
one.
They're like magic. None of my weapons have bugs that come with them. Like, you know, I didn't sign up to be a Beetleborg.
Yeah,
Can you imagine if your insect glaive,
Can't
instead
touch
of an
this.
insect glaive, an insect sword?
That'd be kind of cool if the insect was just a like agnostic thing that could be added to any weapon.
No, just glaives and the greatsword.
Yeah, like I said, any weapon.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yep,
you're okay.
yep.
I
Any
get you
weapon
now.
that matters.
Oh my god.
That's very fuck, there's one post, it's like the girls,
One
the gays,
Lance.
and Kevin.
The what?
The girls, the gays, and Kevin. That's just that post that's just what that reminded me of.
Oh, I was gonna mention this earlier. Has anybody noticed that some monsters are now getting temporary? You know how there's like the temporary like spot on the head for a cut, like
Yeah.
a wound.
Oh.
Some monsters are getting that on their paws now. This guy does as well when he goes to you know, make the crystals. If you look at his hand or whatever you want to call that appendage, the wing hand or whatever. It'll
becomes a
actually
vulnerable
have.
point.
It becomes a vulnerable point, and you can actually interrupt him creating the crystals by hitting it. I've only done it once, but and that's how I found out it interrupts something. I was like, oh, I had just assumed that it would like, you know, that it'd be a weak point that I could use during that time. But it also actually causes him to stop
Yeah.
making crystals. He's forced to stop blowing bubbles into the crystal solution. Has anybody ever seen that before? That horrible meme? I don't even know if you want to call it a meme. It's a 4chan thing.
Oh.
Basically, they keep posting this recipe for making crystals, which is actually chlorine and
Oh yeah.
Oh.
what's the other thing you need for chlorine gas? Chlorine and God, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Basically, if you
We're
blow
not
into
gonna
this,
say it out loud.
I mean, yeah, it. Basically, if you blew into this, you would be blowing into a straw into like a solution that is going to produce chlorine gas. So you're running out of oxygen and need to like breathe. While presumably you're very close to this as it's producing
Sorry, Black
chlorine
Knight.
gas. As you're like stirring it with your breath, which is just.
She's a spoon.
It's like I said, I hate to call that a meme. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm like, that's not really a meme. That's more like, you know, just
It's
hateful.
still called like green text is a meme, just a different. It's not an image. It's
Yeah, in this case, yeah, it's something.
On
They
the
would
topic of
recognize
actual
it as a
memes,
meme.
I showed Max the girl on the swing set going into Wii Sports. If
Oh,
anyone's
that
seen
was
that meme.
hilarious. I really enjoyed that. Basically, this girl rolls off the back of a swing, and they transpose it onto going into Wii Sports as that person being the bowling ball. So she's like rolling backwards down the lane. Like, they only roll once in it, but it's so perfectly like clipped that they could make it look like they're permanently rolling.
Yeah, that's it's good. It's
It's
old but good.
one of those clips where like the animation should only play once, but because of how well it like cuts into the next frame,
yeah.
they can overlap it and make it look like it's a permanent spin. Oh, Here we go. Run! Get to safety! Man, if you can time your calling your sacred at the right time, it can actually get you out of that stun. One of my dogs needs to go outside. Hey, Skipper. Skipper, don't go out there on your own, because she's looking for a place in the hallway. I'm podcast stream. I'll be right back.
Yep.
Come on, Skipper. Outside.
So Black Knight, you were mentioning that you read. Sorry.
The Outsiders.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah. What about Anna? Anything that was like foundational for you growing up?
Foundational? No, not really.
Nothing that was like, oh shit, this like had a major impact.
I wouldn't say it had a major impact on me, but it's something I remember about. It's like one of the books I remember reading from like assigned reading. Don't know why that one specific.
Did any book have a big impact on you guys?
I want to make a joke, but it'd be pretty
Not
bad,
entirely. I'm not.
There are
I
some
can't
books
remember.
that probably shouldn't be said to have a major impact, or if they did have a major impact, you should reconsider.
Yeah.
It. Pet Cemetery. Shining. Literally any Stephen King book.
I was thinking more of one by the Mustache Man, but yeah.
Yeah.
Boo, Max,
True.
Boo.
Hey.
Oh, the other. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
for me, so what I talk about, Where the Red Fern Grows, was something that did have a big impact on me growing up. But another one was Shade's Children, which was my introduction to.
Oh yeah, a sequel to 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. It
Which
was
is
my
in itself a fanfic of Twilight, or so I've heard.
to the like that books don't need to have a happy ending. It's hard to describe. It's science fiction. It's this horrifying universe where like 15 years ago something happened and all the adults in the world disappeared. Everyone over 18 disappeared, just like him. And then,
So it's just like real life, is what you're saying.
yeah. And then these trans-dimensional aliens, these aliens show up, and they start hunting down all the kids, and they enslave all the children. Older ones take care of younger ones. Younger ones do small tasks. Older ones do like bigger tasks. And then when you turn 18, you get taken away and you never see it again.
You go to the other dimension.
What it turns out is they're essentially like breeding these kids, and they take the girls, make them have babies. The boys, they try and they grow them like football players, and they harvest their brains and their bodies for these horrifying, alien biological robot golems. So they'll take out someone's brain and they'll do terrifying surgical experiments with someone's body.
No, I went the wrong way. Fuck.
They turn them into something like their frontline soldier is called a myrmidon. And it's like this 8-foot-tall Frankenstein thing. And these aliens, they're just playing a game with each other. There's like 10 of them or something. They each have different parts of the city, and they play war games with each other using these alien robot things made out of kids. And the main character gets rescued from one of these facilities by other teenagers, and this group of teenagers are led by a computer program of an adult, essentially like a leftover AI simulation of a scientist who leads them in a resistance against these aliens, because his name is Shade. So you're
This
seeing,
isn't the maze. This isn't the Maze Runner I grew up with.
yeah, you're seeing the world through.
Yeah.
You're seeing the world through the eyes of these kids that have to go through. They become child soldiers and they go through this like really horrifying process. And that shit was like, oh, stories can be like fucked up, but like, and it was good, but it was.
You just reminded me that that was 40k for me.
Eh.
Oh,
So
and I
Oh
got-
god, that's arguably
That's
worse.
it's like actually, I mean, I started reading 40k when I was like 10. So now that you remind me of that, I'm like, huh. I guess I did have something that was impactful. It just wasn't one story.
Yeah.
It was a lot of stories.
Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my
Because, I
head.
mean, the story of 40k is that progress is over, everything was better in the past.
Reject innovation, return
yeah,
to
that
fucking stuff
humanity
we
is
had
on their
before.
dying
I'd
or
say
on their
that's
last
the-
leg.
I'd say that's
Like-
the setting. I don't know that I'd call that the story.
I mean,
There is
some
no story, it's just
some
war.
stories are. Well, I should also say, like when you're just reading the codexes at like 10, you know, back at like 3rd edition, that is the story.
Yes, that's true.
So
The
like
books, I
that's
think,
what
have
I'm getting
moved
at.
past
Is that
now. The books are now these boring like.
They're
Mr.
bolter porn.
Immortal was there when Caesar was there, and he gave the cup to Jesus, and he also hates aliens now.
I mean, I actually
That
like that
is-
part of the lore.
Hey,
But-
look, I've always said that never be ashamed for liking bad things. Everyone that likes something that sucks, and you should feel bad about that.
Okay. Yeah, but I do actually. The funny part is that a lot of people are of the same opinion that like the immortal guys that have been added are not good for the story. Whereas I actually like them being tied in. What I'd rather they did though is, so there's this huge gap between the year 2000 or the millennium 2000 and like 30,000. I would love it if they did like a
Do you mean
Warhammer
2030?
10K. No, 2000, like our day, our era, and like all the way up to the Great Crusade. So
There's
Just
people,
stories that take
45,000.
place in modern times.
there
No,
are pieces
no.
of lore that now take place in modern times, like, I mean, the one that I always think of is that one of the characters lived through like basically every war in modern time. He fought in like Vietnam, he fought in Korea, and then also there's a group of aliens that interferes with Earth's history because they know, like, because of precognition that certain things are going to happen. So they have Martin Luther King assassinated. Apparently that slows us down significantly.
Okay,
I'm not a
don't have
big fan
anything
of
nice
that
to
one.
say, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one is like, that's fucking weird, but okay, I guess. I mean, it makes sense that would slow us down.
This is why all the actual important stuff is fucking in the year 40,000 or 30,000, 25,000, whatever the
But
fuck it is.
What I don't like is that basically there's a bunch of lore where like in the Crusade people are like studying ancient history to like learn of different cultures, but basically the cultures are all like pre-Renaissance or like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're
There's
super ancient.
There's no ancient cultures that are after our time, which there should
Yes, there should be. In fact, there should be like a lot more that
there
they
should
learn
be
from.
like the Gibbledy-Goop Empire that invented razzle
Yes.
blazing, and
Yeah.
that, like, is the coolest thing ever, and it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, and like stuff that happened on Earth after that. Like
Yeah.
they're like they don't even have to like pick empires that were not on Earth. They could just be like, you know, the Franks after like, you know, many thousands of
The
years.
great Ohio Valley Empire that figured
Yeah.
out how to survive the terrible climate change.
That made sure that like one technology made it all the way to the future or something. Like, I don't know. That's what they could do. But you don't get that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They do actually reference some poets that are supposed to be from those times, but like you don't get any like historical events. You just get some random poetry or philosophy. Because they have not or will never flesh out those periods in 40k. Or in the 40k history.
Oh shit.
Because it's
Not
probably
real.
because it's not relevant because fucking again
Well-
that happened like
So
30,000
Dark Age
using
of
it.
Technology stuff is very important to the lore. It's like basically how
And it
Renaissance people were rediscovering technology
Yeah,
from like
it feels
Romans.
like the Dark Age of Technology should be more relevant than fucking 9/11.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
fair.
So that's why I'm like, it'd be nice if we knew more about like what happened there, or like if they just acted like there was history that they could show us, even if it wasn't. All they have to do is do what they normally do, where they make contradictory things.
Yeah, the
Oh right,
problem
because
is-
it like I don't remember exactly the time frame. I only know that like there's mainly 30 and
I thought I
40k,
jumped. The
but
problem,
it's like the Age of
But-
Strife starts in 25,000.
It's 30,000 or 20,000.
Right.
10,000 to 20,000 is the golden / dark age of technology. 20,000 to 30,000 is old night age of strife is actually something different. That's 36,000 when the what are they called? When Dire Van Doge, something like that, performs a coup. But regardless, I don't
murdered
want to
the
get
Emperor.
too far into
Yeah.
40k lore. The important thing here was that I was just saying that like all of 40k is basically like a rather depressing story. That's where like
Yes.
Oh,
I-
why are you doing this? Not you, Max. You can keep talking.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
your kid.
that's why like when you're
My-
talking
my-
about
my
your
horse.
story being like a story that doesn't have a good ending, you know, in learning that's where I learned it from 40k, because I'm like, you know,
Everything sucks.
they literally start out by saying there can't be a good ending.
Yeah.
Like that we're just watching basically humanity flail against their inevitable demise.
Nice tail cut.
And that was even true back in 3rd edition.
Yeah. I
It's
think
even
that
more
was
true in the
true
more-
back then. I feel like because
It's more
of the
true now
market-
because of the that gigantic slash in reality.
I think well, yeah, but I think because of marketability.
Ah, yes, the slash in reality caused by what's essentially just an empire of porn.
The individual,
Mhm.
the individual characters
They party too hard.
are like. I think we I don't know. To me, it feels like important characters don't die often enough because they don't want to make new models like after people fall in love with this one version of a dude. If
Well,
that
it's
makes
kind of
sense.
funny because like it's not that they don't die. They leave them in the lore. They're just in different time periods. And yeah, you can use them together, but like Dante's like the only character that like is old enough to have been in like every part of the lore other than like Gilliman.
Yeah.
He's a multi-thousand-year-old space marine at this point. But no other space marine like lives that long. So some of them have like rules, but like they haven't made it to like the modern day Imperium. But like I said, I don't want to turn the entire stream into talking about 40k. I do that too often. So if
40
you wanna
years,
talk about something
40
else-
40 years of lore for a series that
effectively.
most people only
I
have
mean-
a passing familiarity with.
Like I said, I started reading it when I was 10, and there was already 10 years of lore at that point. There was as much lore as I was old at that point, so...
Oh. The camera
So-
went weird on me and I couldn't find myself on the screen. I was like, oh god, where am I?
Yeah.
This is bad.
Cameron's, like, having a stroke. Where am
Yeah.
I? Why does it taste like burnt popcorn?
I'm just getting in character for our dungeon roll system. Because my class is the Seeker, and the description, I haven't actually looked at the whole playbook, but I love the flavor text of the Seeker. It's like, the way they describe this class in the game is...
Damn it.
You knew where you were going. You just must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. Your friends are relying on you to...
Yeah. At Albuquerque.
yeah.
Oh, it's the guy that gets lost all the time.
That's what it feels like, and that is how I'm gonna play him. I don't 100% know if that's like the actual mechanics of the
Cameron,
class.
play
but
Tyrone.
I'm gonna
Will
be
you
a
please?
lobster man who gets lost all the time.
Tyrone the Lobster Man,
I
right?
can't play Tyrone. I have to play like like
That
their
is
names
Tyrone.
are weird. I can
Yeah, well, yeah, it translates better, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in your language, that name would be
Aw.
Tyrone. I'm gonna go let another dog out.
All right.
She
I
hurt her
think
sister.
One more try at this, and then I'm gonna have to call it a stream because I do have something else I gotta prep for.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Good
Okay,
on
come on,
you,
dog.
Capcom. How are we feeling?
We're struggle busing. I mean, it's not even that we're struggle busing. It's that because I've done this enough to get the armor, and I'm still I'm still kind of like tripping up.
Anna, where are you at morale wise?
So it's Fatalis, but
I'm
with
feeling
less
good.
health.
Yeah,
But-
morale-wise.
Yeah.
I
Let's do
also like Souls games, so
Yeah.
I played Dwarf Fortress. Dying is fun.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
Oh, the lady singing in town.
I don't give a fuck about that. Tanner's
Well, I
doing
wanna
the
see if I can
Shadowdark
get the-
game. Should we all sign up?
yeah. I want to, but I'm working.
Boo. I'm gonna sign
I
up.
know.
Am I free? I am. All right, I'm.
If
gonna-
he was doing it as a daytime thing, I would sign up. But Tanner
Mm-hmm.
doesn't do daytime games.
I
Yeah, what
can't
the
see
hell?
my I can't see my stats while I'm in town. What is this? Okay, here.
But yeah,
I got
but
it open.
I watched. I saw that get posted. I'm like, no,
Supposed to say I
Tanner,
was
stop posting things while I'm working.
Oh my god.
I'm
I
gonna
just
read
saw
this for chat. So okay,
I
this
saw
is...
your post, Cameron, about not
Oh,
selling
yeah.
the house. God damn it. Yeah, the landed.
Listen, it's good. It's good to be rich.
It's good to own land. I get it.
Okay, in our GM lounge, Cal is. I guess Cal saw the post and assumed I was the one that posted the Shadowdark game, and Cal was like, for a split second, I was gonna accuse Cam of scheduling a Shadowdark game while playing Monster Hunter. My first thought, without reading anything else, was, "Good God, one thing at a time."
Wait, where's? Oh, right. Sign-ups other. I was like,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
see
not
it under
D&D.
here. Yeah.
I was also
Because
looking at the events page.
It feels more D&D than D&D.
Yeah.
To me, at least. Like, it actually feels like it feels better than, like, basically every edition of D&D that I've ever played.
It's real good.
It combines all of the right parts.
Alright, I'm gonna eat a little bit while I wait for people to join. Quest is up.
Oh, I should have taken a screenshot of my stats before that song was over. Shit. Because I looked back and I was like, oh, I didn't look at what my stats were. I was just, like, planning on seeing the change. Because I still have no buff,
Something is
but it told me my
definitely
stats
different from
improved.
before. We should be careful.
So,
So yeah, Max was asleep.
Yep.
All of Thursday. So we
that's
did
true.
not get to do what we were planning to that day, but next
It
week,
was disappointing.
yes,
It's
that is
basically
true.
Thursdays for this month can be yours to do whatever with, because Hannah, with her grandma's health and stuff, we're gonna take a little break from streaming.
Understandable. On this topic, Max, weren't you going to talk about that a little bit?
I would like to, yeah. I got to play some Space Station 14. Like, I just joined, like, one of the official servers. And it's pretty great. It's like, the systems they put together for, like, building a station and building all the pieces is really interesting. Even though that's not, like, the main part of the game, it's so good. I actually wish that was the main part of the game with how much work they put into it.
There's a
the main-
sandbox mode.
So what is Space Station 13?
It's like Ultimate
It's-
Werewolf, where people have like roles and they're trying to hunt down the antagonist roles. But there's also like NPC events that are happening that like people need to do their jobs to like stop damage to the station or like a craft.
It's kind of
Like
like
an
a job
evolution
sim.
of Among Us?
It's it predates Among Us, to be fair, by
if
quite a
Among
bit.
Us included everything that like Minecraft had and Space Engineers on like a 2D platform, yeah.
So it's originally the original version came out in 2003 on a really old engine called Beyond, Build Your Own Net Dream, that evolved over the past like 20 years into what it is now. In 2014, there was an attempt to remake it on a newer engine with better coding, because the old one's a piece of crap. Constant lag and whatnot.
As they all are.
Yep, and so that happened. It released in 2017, 14 did, and it's been just building up from here because it's all open source contributions.
Gotcha. How,
But
Black Knight is running a server, and
I
I'd
am
like
not
to.
running. I'm just well, I am. Never
You'll be
mind.
running it when
Oh,
we
yeah,
go to play.
I have a locally hosted stuff. Yes.
Yeah,
is this something
and
you
like,
played, Anna? 'Cause you play a bunch of games.
I have not played it, no.
But yeah, imagine like a I don't know what games off the top of my head do this, but like a job simulator mixed with like Mafia or Werewolf.
yeah. So
or
some
whatever you
people
wanna call
are
it.
attempting to actually do jobs to keep the station running, while you are also attempting to hunt down the agitators. And then, like, if you have enough people, some people are just passengers. So, like, all they're doing is trying to live their lives
Yeah.
and maybe find the stuff
They're
to,
like
like,
a
do
neutral
things.
party that is invested
Yeah.
in not
Yeah.
letting the
They don't-
station
not-
die, but
Not even
They're
neutral.
not exactly
but it's
neutral,
like-
they just
they
don't
just
have
kind
a
of-
job, which makes
Yeah.
it hard to tell, like, whether they're an agitator, because they're not really
I
doing anything. They're just kind of putzing around, which looks
They're not
suspicious
do-
as
they,
fuck.
they're not doing anything. They don't have any oversight. They're just kind of there, which is why you
Yeah,
find them in maintenance
and there's-
tunnels, just chilling with a toolbox sometimes.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why, like, security is like, what the fuck are you doing down here with, like, all these tools and equipment? Like,
but
basically,
it can be totally legitimate because they
yeah, I was just putting in lights.
It's literally just coincidence half the time.
Yeah, I was putting in lights in a hallway, and I got thoroughly searched by security. I also, like, because I'm a new player, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be in certain areas. So I, like, went through into the bridge following, like, a robot. That had access to go through the door. I didn't realize that, like, I wouldn't have been able to go through that door if it weren't just open because of the robot.
Yeah, one of
security
one of
came
the
in,
best-
beat me down, as they do, you know.
and
Proper
security is
policing.
other players.
Yeah,
to
security
be
is other
fair,
players.
that is like one of these super heavy restricted areas.
Yes,
but
exactly. Like, once I learned where I was at, I was like, oh, yeah, okay, well, that makes sense why you beat me up. Like, you know, I'm not exactly happy about the police brutality, but at the same time, it's kind of like I walked into, like, a military facility and then was like, oh, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be here. Like, oh, sure you didn't.
Gotcha.
yeah, it's great. Mostly because it's just like it's not like RimWorld where it's a story generator, but at the same time, the stories you make are like you're gonna remember all the memorable stuff for like a while.
I really like the person in what is it, delivery or whatever. Somebody was in there. They placed a landmine and attached a whoopee cushion to it. So whenever you walked on the landmine, it just made a farting noise. But it freaked people out because there's a landmine sitting on the floor.
That's funny.
I tried
Yeah,
to remove
people
it,
just
and
like-
they
'cause you
insisted
can-
back, and they said don't do that. I'm like,
Yeah, you can literally put. It doesn't even. Typically, you make like grenade shells and stuff and put like actual like flashbangs or explosives in them, but you can fit basically anything.
yeah.
You can fit basically anything in there. So
The
like,
person
if you
who was
want-
like working the FedEx counter there was like, they're like, is that a landmine? And I'm like, yeah, it's been there. Because I had been waiting outside for like a delivery. So I saw them like place it and I'm like, yeah, it's been there. I was like, it really pulls the room together.
Yeah, and oftentimes there's these little plushies you can find that you can just squeak, and they make noise.
Feng Shui landmine.
Has anyone
Yes, and so you
played
just.
Repo?
I have not. I've seen people play it. It looks like my kind of game, like Lethal
Yeah.
Company mixed with like
It
IKEA.
looks really cool.
Henderson was wanting to play it sometime. I had not heard of it.
I would like to play it. I saw Henderson's
Yeah,
post about
I'm
it and
with
was like,
that.
the only reason I didn't bring it up is because I knew you were busy. And like, even
He's
though
always
I'd like to
busy.
get into it, we you know need people who are going to stream it, right?
We
So-
don't necessarily need, like, I think she was going to be down to stream it, so... I
Okay.
think that's why she
I mean,
was
I can help people get it set up. Like, I still need to work with you, Anna, to get like set up for stuff. But I
Yeah.
think Henderson's already set up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, she
did
is.
some Nautica stuff. I think we just need to get her a webcam. Woo!
Well, we can do that.
No, no, no! God damn it,
Actually,
I rolled instead of dying.
I really want to get a webcam that doesn't have a mic on it. so that Discord
yeah.
so that OBS can't choose it.
Yes.
So if I get another mic, I'll give Henderson mine. Or another webcam, I'll give Henderson mine.
Yeah.
I mean, just because, like, I don't need to. Dang it, Xochitl, don't grow back your... that's not fair.
But yeah,
Come on,
Space Station
Xochitl.
is very complex. It's got a steep learning curve, but once you get past that learning curve, it is...
It's got the best health
One
file
of-
I've ever seen in a game, and possibly the best health file I've ever seen in, like, software. Including, you know, like, actual paid software that's meant to, like, do some function in real life.
Oh,
To be
really,
fair,
what's
it is
that?
just a bunch of... It is just a bunch of XML files strung together.
Yeah, some companies don't even have that. I hate to inform you.
Of course. It's basically like you... It's not an in-character way of referencing things. I mean, there is, like, some books
Yeah,
you have
that's
that
the thing
post
that's
specific
really-
portions of it.
Cameron, the thing I think makes this game so hard to get into is that every server is RP to some level.
Yeah.
Which is why I asked Black Knight, like, hey, can you host one so that, like...
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna host one myself, too, but I... like, I just wanted one where, like, basically it's not attached to RP at all. So that I could learn. Because...
Yeah. And that's fine, too. Like, people
all
are
of
willing
them-
to teach you, but the game doesn't slow down for newbies.
Exactly. You join and, like, people are still treating you like you know what you're doing. Like,
Yeah.
you know, how I got beat down on the bridge.
Yeah, which there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time,
It's
just
actually
going,
pretty
hey,
funny. Because,
yeah,
because I mean, you know, I got completely manhandled on the bridge. They took all my tools and left them on the bridge. I'm like, God damn it.
bro,
Like,
good time to go find new ones.
yeah, I had to, it took almost the entire round for me to find more tools.
No!
To be
Because,
fair, there is a room full of tools that
so,
is labeled
that
as
room
tools
didn't
on the map.
exist on the first station.
That's
The second
unfortunate.
station had it. Yeah, so engineering was off limits to me, and there was no tool room. I only found out there's a tool room usually on the maps because the second map had it. I was like, wow, okay, well that would have made things different.
Worst comes to worst, you can always just walk up to the counter at engineering and be like, hey, can I get some tools? And
Yeah.
they'll usually give it to you.
I
With the
only
exception
started
of, like-
learning about, like, the counters in the second map because I went
Yeah.
to, like, what I called the Amazon counter.
The
or
FedEx counter.
FedEx
Yeah.
counter. And was like, hey, I need steel plates. Like, I put in the request for approval.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize I was ordering 60 steel plates. So I just went around, like, decking, like, the entire ship. Oh, I appreciate that, Cameron. Guarding behind my guard.
Yeah.
This is
But
like...
yeah, it's...
This is like one of those anime moments where a person puts down like 7 like different barriers. You're just waiting for mine to fail.
Yeah. Listen, it's actually the only sensible move for us to block in series. If we block in parallel and we fail, all of us die. But if we block in series, maybe only one of us dies.
Actually, it just shows which one of us is stronger. Just saying. If one of us doesn't die, you know, that one naturally selected.
But yeah, with the exception of like a multi-tool and shockproof gloves, because
Dude, those things, people
like
kill
the-
each other for them, apparently. I only
yeah.
learned that later, that that's like something that you might kill a player for.
the coveted like not the budget ones, because the budget ones will
Yeah,
be strike
The
color
budget
wire.
ones, I saw those all over the place.
Oh, it doesn't knock him down?
What doesn't?
The
Oh.
bouncing fatality?
No, get the shrine fragment. Get the shrine fragment. Get him. Hit him in the head. Yeah, take 5,000. Come on, just die already.
I mean, I don't think he's even close, right? This guy
No, I don't think so either.
Just hit his foot instead of his fucking tail.
Uh-oh. Oh, I really appreciate having guard.
Are you
But yeah, I
talking
wouldn't
about
say
this
people without right. Yeah, I am. I'm just finishing my food. I wouldn't say people that like kill each other for the shock, the insulated gloves, but
I'm pretty sure the wiki actually references that.
amazing.
Because no one killed in front of me for them, but I learned about that, and I'm pretty sure because the wiki mentioned it.
It's more of a gag because like the vendor in engineering has like a dozen of them, and then once they're out, they're out. Well, I mean, cargo can order more, I guess.
Yeah, unless they order like the refill for the vending machines.
Yeah, and it's just like everyone loves those because in the extremely rare chance that the big ball of lightning gets loose, you're safe from that.
Because
Otherwise,
of insulated gloves. I like.
Yes.
I love that
Otherwise,
insulated
you can
gloves.
just. Otherwise, you can just like use them to hack open stuff that you aren't supposed to if you wanted.
Literal ball lightning, and all I need is
Yes.
like some really thick rubber gloves to get me through it.
Oh, next dust of life.
Oh, you need dust? Hold on. Hold, please.
Maybe I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh, never mind. I don't have any. Stop holding. Holding would be in vain.
He's out of life powder. I better bring some.
Yeah, if you don't mind, we could use some life powder. Then.
Yeah.
Sure thing, man. Give me a moment. Let me.
I found out that we were low on it.
I think I have free meal on one of my my equipment. Maybe.
Oh, he's got a wound there?
It's
Serious.
real.
No.
50% chance to not consume an item.
Oh, get behind him, get behind him.
I am behind.
Okay, good. I couldn't tell where everybody was at. Yeah, don't do a roll forward. I think that would actually kill you.
Charge flash.
Yeah. The
GTS,
third slash, just like...
Oh.
Alright,
Turn
let's see.
him this way.
Potion,
Yes, get him. Take rocks! Yeah!
Go. Test of life powder. There we go. All good. Alright, I am good to go.
I love this fight so
This
much.
is the day. This is the time. We got this.
Hey, wound destroyed.
Yeah.
Whoa! I don't know. Woo! My food ran out, and I also don't have a farcaster. Should I grill? You think?
Sure. I mean, what would Tom do?
Yeah,
Tom would be grilling.
grill. Just the default. Come on, faster,
Yeah,
you idiot!
yeah,
Grill a meal,
combat.
recommend a meal. Done. Go.
This
go,
is
go.
why we drill our grill.
Come on.
You have to be able to grill quickly,
Hey!
or just have your team paralyze it. That also works.
That's actually the only reason I'm here.
For paralysis.
For the paralysis procs.
Yep. Hey, if I'm gonna be here for one good thing, that might as well be it.
It's helpful.
Yes, it is. Oh god.
Oh. Don't like that.
Yeah, that was getting toasty right there.
Flash over here.
You were deep in the toasting.
Charbroiled even.
Yeah,
And these
some
poisons.
Some would say you were cooked.
Overcooked. Get away from me.
Oh my god, that little jump forward that he does is so weird.
It's kind of cute. It reminds me of a cat play pouncing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, this is definitely like an animal like playing around.
Nice.
He's really
Oh,
enjoying
good stagger.
seeing as he's never died while this is happening.
What? This tail. Oh. Maybe you
I
can
was
only
gonna
cut
say-
it when he goes all black.
I think
That's what
the
I was
case.
thinking.
I
Maybe
believe
I've
you're
been
correct.
wasting a lot of time and energy.
I mean, it's still damage
I mean,
without
what else
needing
are you
to get
going to
close to
hit?
him.
His head is so high up; it's hard to hit that. So
Oh,
I don't think you're really wasting time. I'm just calling my secret.
We're having a good time.
This is shitty.
Black Knight, is there anything that's got you excited for? I know you're not a Nintendo Switch guy, but anything like in the announcements that's
oh.
like, oh, hopefully that'll come to
Oh wow! that's-
I'm not. I wasn't really paying attention to the Nintendo Direct, to be honest.
Silk Song.
But,
Yeah.
oh God, Silk Song. No, I never really was in. I never really was into Hollow Knight. To be fair, I don't. Like platformers aren't my type of thing.
No, fuck.
Because I'm
Oh,
bad
yeah,
at them.
that was only our first feint, and he's black. So I think we're doing good.
But yeah, I mean, aside from the meme about Silk Song never coming out, no, not particularly at the moment.
You gotta be invested just for the meme at this point.
Hey, if Titanfall 3 can get off on the schizo pill joke for like how long now?
The what?
We can wait for Silk Song.
Titanfall.
No.
Oh,
Yeah. What do you mean schizo pill?
It's like the subreddit's like every now and then saying stuff about Titanfall 3, and people are just like, take your pills.
I was gonna say I don't get it, but that makes more sense, I guess.
kids these days,
just
Max.
because
Yeah.
it's more of like that Respawn is focusing on Apex
Someone
and
said
has been for the
something
past
to me
like
the other
3
day.
years.
An intern. So they're in college. They're probably 21. They said we were talking about Godzilla movies, and they were like, "Yeah, Godzilla's always aura farming in every scene," and I never felt more
What?
like I need to yell at the kids.
That's a relative. That's a no. I don't recognize that one either. If it makes you feel any better,
You know what that means?
I have
You're old now.
no idea.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel better. That just means I'm
Yeah.
aged.
Black Knight, I'm sorry. You're old.
Damn. Oh well.
You don't understand the kids.
Drink your prune
I don't
juice,
understand the
old man.
kids when I am the same age
Gotta
as
stay
the guy that
regular.
said that. Prune juice.
I noticed that Anna hasn't said anything because she recognized what it means because she has the terminal online kids these days brain rot, I assume.
Yeah, you're so correct. That's exactly what's happening.
What does it mean? Don't keep your
numbers.
secrets from us.
We'll need a linguist.
Oh.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody who speaks jive
Oh no. Oh no.
for cross-referencing.
Oh, Dust of Life coming in.
Wow, he missed. He
Life
missed.
Potter.
Wow. Well, at least I got all those cuts off.
Well, that's because he was aiming at me. I kited
Oh.
him away.
That's good.
But he did not hit me though, despite me like casually
I'm in.
walking away from fireballs.
It's okay, I wasn't worried.
It was not really worth it.
What the fuck? Did he just, like, zoom across there? I'm like, oh
Stay
no, am I
frosty.
suffering? The
This is-
desyncing?
We're more than halfway through his health, and we're less than halfway through time. We're gonna win this as long as we play real cautious. We got this.
Drink your mega push.
Yeah, drink your
Yep.
potions, use your farcasters, get back to camp, and
But get more mega potions.
yeah, eat. Make sure you got your full HP stuff. Your meal
I'm doing
effects.
it. Ow. Hold on.
Oh, nope. Too short to smack me. I don't know if this is a good idea.
Oh,
shit,
he's
I
got the
blocked
skull.
it.
He's got the
Oh.
skull in the map.
Okay, careful, careful, careful.
I thought I'd tell you that to add pressure.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
He's focusing on one target, and the other 3 are on the other side of him. Let's go.
Let's do it. Tank. Tank. It is kind of glow. It gets more and more Fatalis-like.
Yeah.
Yeah, how he gets more Zenajiva like.
Budget Fatalis.
Yeah.
Budget
There's
Fatalis.
like Fatalis in here. We have Fatalis in there.
Man, that's a weird way to say Arc Tempered Kieran.
Oh shit. Behind him, behind him. Is this a thing?
This isn't. I mean, it is, but it's not the thing you're thinking of.
It's
gonna
the
be
thing,
painful.
but not the thing.
Yeah, it's not the one that like we need to get up against the wall. This is what reminds me of Kieran, where there's just random lightning bolts that are killing everybody.
Yeah.
But they're far too telegraphed to be as evil as Kieran.
Yeah, I don't
To be fair,
love-
Kieran's had a telegraph.
Kieran's lightning bolts didn't come with any telegraphing, at least not
Come
that
on.
I remember.
Come on.
There was like nothing on the ground that told you they
got
were
him
about to
mounted.
strike
Black
there.
Knight, get him, get him. Knock
Yeah.
his ass down.
We no topple.
Yeah, I don't think he...
That good enough.
Oh,
Close enough. Welcome back, Mount.
spilling energy. Alright.
Yeah, they say that and I don't know what it means.
Hopefully it means he's gonna die.
I assume it means he's close to death, but like, it says that like there's something I should be doing,
Yeah.
other than what I've been doing.
Yeah, it does feel like a
It's like they're trying to tell me something that I should be doing, but I don't know.
Eat some steak. you might-
Spilling energy to me is like,
Whoa,
so
whoa.
he's bleeding
Whoa.
out. Is that what you're saying?
Oh. No use crying over spilled milk. Gotta remember in 4 Ultimate when you could dress your calicos as Mario.
Nope.
Good ass.
You weren't playing like
I can't remember any of that.
probably for the best. You had to stand still and flex to drink a potion.
Oh god, I kind of missed that shit. Oh god.
This is why you need to play some OSR D&D. No, 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 no!
Life powder,
Holy
life
shit.
powder. I got it.
I know. I'm drinking and healing.
Popping on my secret.
And
Come on,
this is why I like my armor that heals me.
To be fair, it is kind of nice, especially with the
It's so comfy.
agitator. Extra damage.
Should we be trying to go for any sort of break right now?
Yes, the head for the horns.
Oh,
They're like as rare as Gormagalas, and I assume they can only be, you know, broken after you do certain damage to him. God damn it. No, 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 please, no. I'm aggroed and dying.
You're
Okay, good.
Hey! We
Wow.
did it!
Wow. End the stream now, end the stream now.
Yeah.
In the stream.
You don't
Join us back on Monday for Arc Tempered Zoshia and
Oh,
Tempered
God.
Mizutsune and Tempered Gormagala, because, you know, is this even Super Helldive? Like, honestly, I feel like this game's still too easy.
I heard someone get a gem.
This wasn't even that hard. I feel like,
Yeah, I got
it's
one of
not
the
as
horns.
hard as the older games, and the new hunters are baby too much, and
2 of the horns, yeah.
Paz, honestly, it's kind of lame, right? Like, this was really easy and just not even a challenge, so I don't know that I liked it too much. What do you guys think?
It was easier before I was in a
it
group
was-
with you.
Ooh.
Wow. Oof.
Now, I'd be curious to go back and look at the tape on who had which faints, because I don't remember
I had one at
I
least.
think I only fainted once through all of them.
Probably
Black
had the most.
I think I had throughout the entire thing maybe 3.
Oh god, can you hear Hannah either sneezing, coughing, or dying in the background?
Oh, that's
No.
what that was. I was kind of curious. I didn't see
Well,
it yet. Again,
On that note, I have to prep for a D&D game. And
for a Heimlich maneuver.
I have to go take care of my wife to make sure she's
Welcome
all
back.
right.
I'm
Oh wait,
glad
there's a
you're all
cutscene.
safe.
Nice job. Now I can.
Yeah,
continue my
you should probably
research
watch that
on
instead of checking if your wife's choking.
Nah, if she can make noise like that, there is air escaping her lungs. She's not choking.
Oh my god.
She's fine.
There's the last gasp of air escaping.
My best guess is that it can solve
Oh.
through something akin to asexual reproduction.
Zoshia confirmed asexual icon.
So
Zoshia
if
Arrow
someone
Ace icon.
survives, even a little
And what were you
less,
saying, Anna? Gormagala's the
become another
bisexual icon?
Yeah.
supplied with energy.
I dig it.
Wyveria's final line of defense is nothing. to stop.
So yeah, because that makes sense. Because the Ravs are het allies, right? They're cis het allies.
Can we truly allow the
Um,
dragon torch
Mitsuzune is like,
It's
I
a
don't know what you
conundrum,
call, not
but
trans, right? Just
this
like
region survives despite
femboy.
No, alongside that conundrum.
I don't
A
know.
twink.
So you're saying we just keep an eye
Yeah.
and make sure
Yeah,
things don't fall
Mitsuzune
apart?
is a twink. Gamoth
Well, that's
is
why we're
like
here, isn't it?
the
It's our duty.
big gal.
Jeez. You're starting
Um,
to sound like you.
I think we talked
Oh.
about this earlier. We
Yes.
talked about what monsters
Until
would
we
be best
understand
for
how
like
Zoshia regenerates,
the
keep
LGBT
monitoring
like
it
mascot
and the
at a
Dragon
pride
Torch.
parade.
And it just keeps
We have
coming
to
back.
stop
Them together.
Yeah.
With the Keepers and the All Harkin's blessing, of course.
What is the
Right.
All Harkin?
We'll see how this unfolds.
It's the
The moment
it's the woman in blue at Suja.
Okay. Well,
You know, that important character they told you about in the story.
title, she's Big Mama. Listen, hey, Big Mama is important. I love the fact that when we talk to Big Mama, the camera angle changes so that it shows that it looks down on us from her view, and then it looks up at her from our view when we have conversations with Big Mama. I'm here for mommy. But with that, we've completed all the Title 1 updates, so I guess
There's
back
right now.
in a month for Title 2, Title Update 2, because wow, too easy game. Make
It's
make
right
a harder
now.
game, Capcom. But in actuality, we'll see you Monday because we got to do Ray Dow plus the Arch Temperate stuff, and we'll
And we
keep on
didn't
going.
even talk about Helldivers today. I forgot about
We
that.
said one Super
Did something
Helldive
happen in
reference.
Helldivers?
Yes, they managed to like stop the bots from even getting to Malevolon against all odds.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Did you see like the debuffs that they had? They got dumped
Yes.
down to 3 reinforcements each. It's crazy.
Yeah. well,
Half supplies. Yeah, just
I-
we'll talk. I want to talk about that next time. I totally
They
forgot.
did it against
I don't
all
know that.
odds.
I
Also,
don't
the
know-
auto cannon only has one mag. You
Yeah.
can't read it after it reloads.
I don't know that we have a
That
Helldivers
was
stream
nutty.
planned for next week, but we'll definitely talk about Helldivers during
Yeah.
the MonsterHunter stream. Oh, and I guess the biggest challenge in Monster Hunter Wilds, we got to catch a Gravid Buffin. All right, bye everybody.
Yep.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Later.
I'm just never gonna get a Gravid Bowfin.